All right, real quick. Um, have you ever had an experience like you've gone somewhere and the experience was so bad that you say to yourself, "I'm never fucking going here ever again."
Almost had it at a recent restaurant we went to just because the service was kind of bad. Table was sticky. The seats were shredded. We got our food before our drinks.
What?
Yeah, way before, like pretty bad. But then the food was amazing, so kind of. I know it happened. I mean, think about that bar we went to in Fells Point. That was pretty shady. It wasn't
Which bar? I mean, dude.
the one with the cans.
Oh, the fucking fly trap in the
Yeah,
bathroom thing. Yeah, that place was suspect. But that's not a place, though, I would say to myself anyway. That was kind of we just happened to be there because, number one, I needed to piss. And number two, it was kind of like a stop in. I don't think that's one of those spots where, like, man, we should go to this weird place. And then after the experience, was like, oh, man, I'm never going there again. And I'm like, I always think about, like, when you go to a place, you choose to go to a place. And after you leave, you're like, man, that was a fucking waste. Never going there again. But I wouldn't leave a bad review. I'm not that guy. I hate those people. I'm gonna leave you a bad review on Yelp. Like, fuck you. Like someone did that at work to me. Like I left you a bad review. Okay, and you can't say the shit to my face, bitch. Because just because I'm wearing this shirt doesn't mean you can't get your ass whipped. That's what people fucking forget. Like the internet made people too comfortable with the idea that they could say whatever they fucking want and not get beat up. It's like, no, I can go get another job after I beat the shit out of you. I'll just have an assault on my charge again. But the first one was probation before judgment, so it doesn't really count. Like,
that was just for funsies.
yeah, that was a test run. Make sure that I'm not really a bad guy. But yeah, I was kind of wondering that shit earlier this week. Actually, I was wondering like right after we recorded last week. And I couldn't stop thinking about that shit. He was like, I wonder, like, has he been anywhere where he's like, man, that place sucks so fucking much, I'm never going back.
There definitely has. If something else pops up, like I'm gonna. I think I gotta think about that for a second.
Mm.
There's that. No, because I would go there. Remember the that convenience store next to Simmy's? They used to smell like dead bodies.
Oh
That
yeah.
place, every time I went there, I'd always feel like I shouldn't be in here.
No,
This doesn't smell good.
I always felt that way too, but I'd always go there and get a honey ham
I
sub.
think it's because there was a lack of options in our hometown of Colompton back then.
Where did I work where I would go there regularly to get a honey ham sub though for lunch? I had to work close by because
Oh yeah,
I got
you're
that
not
shit.
going out of your way to go there.
Yeah, that wasn't a choice. It was close enough for me to say, I guess I'm gonna go here. Meanwhile, Simmy's is right fucking next door. Like,
Ah,
but Simmy's was kind of a special thing though. Like Simmy's was good. Like you could eat it all the time, but Simmy's was kind of a treat where you're like, look, I don't want to overdo it, so you want to save it
yeah,
for
but
special occasions.
that's like one of the very few mom and pop type restaurant. I don't know if you call it a carry out spot, but
Yeah,
in Colombia, because everything's chain in Colombia.
yeah, this shit is trash.
I wonder if it's still there. I haven't been by there. It's got to be.
I
But
feel like it's
that was a wild spot of just in Colombia. Like it looked like it could have been in Baltimore City the way the front end looked. They eventually took it. They had a few tables and they took the tables out
you're like, nah, we
and
good.
put it's basically bars and chains on the doors and windows.
Like, you ain't sitting here to eat. And Simmy was always cool about that shit. Like, I mean, when I got the DUI, he was like, no, just you can leave the car here. You can keep the car here. Like, you know, he was part of the community, and he knew the community and loved the community, and the community loved him. So, I don't know. Shout out to Simmy, son.
Yeah, now you know you're from Colompton when you hear salt, pepper, ketchup. We all know what that means.
I might. Oh, I'm off on Wednesday. Oh no, never mind. We gotta go pick up this bed. Sophie's getting a new bed, and Sarah saw something on the marketplace, and we were like, "Yeah, we'll part ways with it." And they were like, "Shit, how do we go get it?" So we're gonna go pick up a truck real quick and just scoop it. So otherwise, I'd go out to Columbia and just go hit semis. But I don't have that option now. Fuck.
Yeah, now I want
Oh,
to.
no, maybe I will. No, because I get out of class. I train on Wednesdays in Elk Ridge.
It's like a Wendy's type meal you can get there. Wendy's
Yeah.
is superior, but Simi's is up there too.
So it's like there's something different about semis that's just special. It's like it feels like it's personal. Like Wendy's, it doesn't feel personal, but it is delicious. But
Yeah,
semis,
Wendy's fries are superior, but Simi's puts the ketchup on the fries for you. There's not too many places that do that.
it's like what you need.
You want ketchup on it? Like it's swirled around your
Yeah,
thing. Like,
I mean-
oh, I never had this before.
mean,
That's some service.
They do it for you, and it's not even like it's shit. It's like, oh, this is done right. I wouldn't have thought to do it that way, but it's done right. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and eat now. So, I don't know. Good times, good times. How you been, man?
Not too bad. Had the injection in my knee. Tested it out today. So now my really bad knee was doing much better, but now my other knee's worse.
That sounds like a shitty trade-off.
I got
but-
kind of like, yeah, it was not the greatest news. It's like basically like, yeah, we can give this injection and see how this does, but pretty much your joints look like the moon. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you know how like it's supposed to be smooth and rubbing against each other? Yours are craters. And there's not really much you can do.
Oh, I mean, you old. That's
Yeah.
what happens. Oh well.
But yeah, otherwise,
Get some steroids. Would that fix it?
it might.
I
You
mean,
can try it.
I know a guy.
I'll just be really strong, but still can't. Joints all messed up.
Won't matter. Like you're strong as shit though.
But yeah, what's up with technology? Why can't we have some? There's nothing that there's nothing that can repair like the meniscus and cartilage really. But we
No.
can have self-driving cars.
Yeah, and they still got to put a finger in your butt to check your prostate.
Yeah,
That's just not cool.
There's some technology that we have the wrong.
Yeah,
we're figuring out some
our
wrong
priorities are fucked.
things. Yeah, we gotta improve that. I mean, we got all these like the ED pills, but they can't make knee cartilage.
Yeah, I mean, they
Well, I
make-
guess that priority, maybe that's
I
an
mean,
important
that's
priority.
kind of a top priority though. Dude.
Okay. Yeah,
If you,
my
if you-
bad.
75 years old and your dick ain't getting hard, you may as well just, like, all right, where's the bridge? I'm jumping off. It's like, let's go ahead. Well, that was supposed to be like a heart medication pill initially. And they were like, oh, there's a weird side effect.
Is that how they discovered it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be it was like a heart medication or
That's
some
funny.
shit. And they're like, it's
Like,
giving
well,
motherfuckers
what
boners.
we were aiming for didn't work, but
Oh, dude, I wish I was part of that test subject. Is that test group? It was like, so, Mr. Dante, how's your heart doing? Well, not too great, but my dick has been hard for like 3.5 hours.
imagine those first
That's why
few
the threshold is 4 hours.
those first few tests, like the the first test subjects were probably loving that, like just like, oh, I don't know if I should say what's happening, but
They probably didn't even
this
realize
is like the
though.
miracle drug.
They probably didn't even know though. They didn't think about it. It was like, my heart does feel a little bit better. I flew like 15 times yesterday. She fucking nearly left me. It's like, because your heart's better? That and my dick is hard all the time. I'm knocking lamps over with it. All right.
There is you're joking about the finger in the butt thing, which definitely I don't understand how that's a test. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like that's not
just-
even any technology.
I just feel like there's got to be a better way.
But
to check
isn't
your
there?
prostate.
I believe there is that thing. It's pretty gross, but I'd rather do it in a way. I don't know if I would actually. The shit in the box thing. I think you shit in the box and you mail it in, and they analyze it.
I do that.
But can you imagine shitting in a box and then mailing it?
You know what's fucked up about that is like just shitting in the box and just mailing it.
Yeah,
to random
like when
people.
you're handling it off to the mailbox. I mean, do you put it in the mailbox?
I mean,
I'd rather put it in the mailbox. I don't want to hand it to someone.
I would imagine you probably, I don't know, put it in a fucking sandwich bag and then, maybe, I don't know. I don't think you
I'm
just,
sure they give you the container, but just imagine. I mean, I just feel silly if you got to go to the post office and
well, they don't know
weigh
it's
it
shit.
and like, damn, this is it's a 5-pound package. I'd be like, oh damn.
Well, because they'll ask you if like any hazardous materials. It's like,
Kind of.
it's like I wouldn't want to get any on my hands if I were you. Like, just be careful. Like I mail that shit off in the
Yeah, and then
fucking
the post office be
wintertime.
throwing boxes and stuff. That one bust open.
Well, yeah, you gotta make sure like you pack it correctly, but also the summertime mailing it. Oh my god, that's
Damn,
fucking
look at that
terrible.
job. Who's got to unwrap the poop boxes?
Oh man,
And then they have someone that analyzes it. Like they gotta. That
right.
person's probably a sicko.
Taking this job off the table, this job that we just discussed. There, is there any job that you could think of that you're like, man, I don't care how much you fucking pay me, I would never do that job.
I always wonder, like, when I go into the city, who has to clean the bathrooms at those bars because they are disgusting.
Maybe the staff.
Yeah,
It's just the staff at
like
the bar.
that's got to be yeah. Ugh.
That sucks.
There was a bathroom I saw last night. Someone brought in two trash cans into the stall, and clearly like must have been throwing up and shitting or something.
That's
Like it was
terrible.
clogged up toilet. I was just like, ugh.
Oh, well, I mean, get your life together, son. What the fuck are you doing with yourself out there puking in fucking toilets and trash cans on a fucking Saturday night? The fuck is wrong with you, dummy?
Do that outside,
Yeah.
or wait to get home.
Yeah, something. I mean, ugh, good burp. I don't know what I ate, but whatever just came up didn't taste delicious.
Yo, that cheeseburger sub, I don't know about you. That shit was bomb.
It was needed at the right moment. I was like, okay, let me go upstairs, heat this some bitch up. Went upstairs, laid in bed. Did I don't fucking know if I edited anything last week or not. I can't remember what I did last Sunday. But
We
I don't
did
know.
this podcast.
Well, yeah, I know that. That's every Sunday. Duh. It's like you can set your fucking clock to it. Kind of. Well, no, you've been actually showing up on time. I've been actually slacking. But it was like, hey, man, get here at 8:30. 9:15? Okay.
Last week was the biggest surprise. I left a little late, and then I even grabbed like a Red Bull, and I was like, here, 2 minutes after 8. I was like, damn, or 8:30, and I was like,
Yeah.
you actually, if you hit the lights right, you can get to your house very fast, and
I
it's
know.
not like you're super close, but it's just the time you do
So,
it.
yeah, it's the distance is weird. Because I remember when we first got this place, I remember first coming to take a look at it. And I drive over just to take a look and watching shit. It was like, hey, this is my motherfucking house. We ain't signed for it yet. This is my house. I'm like scouting out the neighborhood and shit.
Oh, I've been doing that at the new apartment. Well, we know which apartment it is.
Yeah.
I drive by there whenever I'm in the area, and I see like they got furniture on the balcony. Like, yo, that's my house.
It's like, y'all better get that fucking
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hope it was fucking nice furniture, right? Or something.
Nah, it's just a pile of boxes. But I need to check to make sure that I'm preparing to move out because, well, we're getting down to like a month.
Yeah.
So I might start getting worried if it's like a week before and everything's still there.
So I thought you moved last month. For some reason in my head, I had it like clocked that you're moving last month, and I was like, this motherfucker didn't even ask me to help him fucking move. What do you fucking think I can't do nothing? Well, like, what day are you moving?
I think we're gonna do it on Wednesday. So
Just happens to be my fucking day off.
There you go.
Surprise of fucking prize. Well, what day?
23rd. I think 23rd ish.
I think that's the 27th. Because I'm actually working that one. Because my manager's mom's birthday is that day. She passed away. So, look at that. I guess I got to work. Oh,
It's
well.
August.
Oh, it's August?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm probably off.
Oh.
Fuck. Actually,
Yeah.
well, I
It's
have
tough.
my daughter's wedding rehearsal. Not my goddaughter's wedding rehearsal dinner that week. So I don't know. I might be working. I might not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, luckily we're on the first floor, so we got that. And then the balcony kind of faces one side of the street, so I figured we'd just go through the patio since it's the first floor. But yeah, I'm hoping we don't know if we have a hardwood floor or carpet in the living room. And they told us if the carpet's in bad condition, they would redo it with hardwood floor. So it's probably like one of those cases where they're remodeling. So I think there's a good chance we'd have hardwood floors, which is what I'd prefer for the living room.
1 second, for fuck's sake. Well, that was rude. of her to call. Oh, my tire's gonna go flat. Come pick me up. Wah, wah. Man, some bullshit.
Was that you didn't remember those "Be a Man" memes? Like drive it home flat, be a man.
I mean, I've done that. Guess what? It's not being a man. I fucked my car up, so never mind.
Some of those memes are hilarious though, and they be calling me out on a lot of things. I think I saw one just yesterday of like, leave the knife on the edge of the sink with the side you're gonna use hanging over. You know you're gonna use it again. Be a man.
So Sarah does that all the time, and she doesn't use fucking knife again. That shit annoys me because I'm like, yo, because I'm a fucking stickler about like dishes in the sink. Like I'm just I'll wash the dishes. I remember when we first moved in here, like Sarah washed the dishes and shit. But she'll put like a towel out and like just lay them on the towel to dry. And I'm like, why don't I just get us a fucking dryer rack? Or no, I had a dryer rack from work. But she was all like bitchy about that. So, I don't know. Talk about this dry racks are tacky and shit. Like, it was like the shit that she does with the fucking dishes is tacky. As a matter of fact, she's fucking tacky. That word is tacky. I fucking hate that word, tacky. Such a fucking stupid word. Bullshit.
Tacky.
Don't do this. Don't do this to me right now. But hold on. Let me drink this beer real quick. See if there's some shit at the bottom.
No,
of my
yours
glass.
doesn't.
Like, I don't know. Maybe Sarah didn't wash your glasses good. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's from the beer.
No, she didn't wash your glasses good because we don't got a dry rack.
Hang it. We need a dryer rack. Yeah, I don't want to know what that is. But
now I'm afraid to like finish off.
I enjoyed this beer. Might as well review this one.
It was all right.
We're
It
done.
was solid.
It's called Deadhead IPA Series Tour Bus. And I don't know how you want to pronounce that. Destil?
What? Destil. Yeah.
Destil Brewery. And it's out of... this is kind of funny. It's from Normal, Illinois. That would suck if you're from Normal. Like, where are you from? Normal?
It's fine. It is fucking dumb. But Illinois is dumb. You got an S at the end of the fucking name.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It should be Illinois.
It's just like, Sarah actually pronounces it Illinois. But then when I say Louisville, she's like, it's Louisville. I was like, okay. Fucking grammar Nazi.
Well,
fuck up my face.
Shout out to Normal, Illinois.
Fuck you.
But yeah, this is a hazy IPA. Mine's very hazy at the bottom. I got some...
Might have been a little bit of coke at the bottom of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going to find out.
Steroids.
But yeah, basically it's a typical hazy IPA.
It was decent.
Citrus fruits and berry flavor. And it had 2-row malt, flaked oats, and wheat. So there you go. Professional. But 7.4%, the important thing.
I can dig it.
And I think it's a pretty nice flavor.
Pretty tasty for 7.
Really cool can. I like the can colors.
Hey, real quick. So let's go ahead and score this real quick, and then the point.
Well, I had a score. I'm gonna deduct some points, being that I have some solid chunks on the bottom of my glass. It's not as bad as the unicorn fart.
I'm still shook.
But that's basically what it is. So maybe I don't know, something settled, but
gross.
You didn't have any, so yeah. I guess it's a 50-50 chance if you get it or not.
That's weird because you pour it first, and then
it shouldn't be my glass.
Well, but you poured the remainder out though, because I left some left.
Yep. So that's probably what it was. But I still liked it. I'm gonna deduct a 0.1 and go 7.5.
We give it a 7.2.
So strong 7. That's a recommended beer.
Yeah. We had talked Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, about basically posting on Instagram, because the format that I do on at least 2 of the other accounts that I run has been helpful for what I was doing. Although Sunday, just because what we have to kind of post as that third post, it's like we'll run out of things if we do it Sunday and then not anything for Monday. So it's like, let's not do anything Sunday and then continue back on Monday. It's the, Lord's Day, day of rest. But what I was thinking is as we're recording, like Sunday's big story day, just stories. Damn. He like shook his glasses like, handle this.
Yeah, we didn't want to I didn't want to disturb the podcast, but we got a situation in my glass that I had to get rid of for the next beer.
I have to disturb the podcast for at least 20 minutes anyway, because I got to go and pick up my wife.
The face she was looking at of what's in my glass.
But no, I was thinking like, basically as we're doing this, clip a picture of it real quick, just put the name, throw it in the story, like real, it's pretty easy work to do, I think. Just as we're going. So our Sunday's going to be story days, but all the other days we got our 3 posts that we'll do. Trying to like pretty much post stuff based off of what we're talking about in this fucking thing. But yeah, I don't think anybody really needs to hear that. I don't think anybody really
They like
cares.
it.
Well,
They love our stories. So Sunday, be prepared for
she
stories.
out in the wash basin in the washroom or the bathroom.
I don't know, like the way that looked in my glass, like I wonder if it goes down the drain, or like if you planted it, would you like planted it? Did I say planted it? Plant it. It would grow some hops.
Suspect.
I feel like something would happen.
So we were talking in a brief intermission about I've been playing while I'm on exercise bike. I've been playing NBA 2K, just kind of helping the time pass, which it does help. It's tough because the hand-eye coordination for me, like pedaling and like trying to fucking play, I really fuck up a lot. And then like I have to like get close to the TV, so I have to put the exercise bike like right in front. But the thing that fucking plucks my nerve with the game, I'm doing like the season mode or the GM joint, and like relationship building. I gotta talk to the players all the fucking. I gotta talk to the financial advisor.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
This shit
they
is
add all that stuff.
Fucking dumb.
When you play the career mode, which is like the main thing of 2K now, and you have that apartment you start in. You can walk around the city, so you build your character up, which honestly is kind of addictive. I kind of like that part, but I don't like
fucking playing the fucking Sims.
You do these damn quests. It's like you put it on quest, and it's like go meet so and so in the park to talk about setting up your rap label. It's like,
go meet so and so in the park and buy some drugs.
Is this a basketball game or now I'm becoming a rapper? So literally it basically forces you to like. It wants you to dress in between the games. I haven't had enough money to buy any clothes yet because I'm still trying to build my player up. So I still got the generic 2K shirt and the generic Walmart version 2K shoes.
Too much work, son.
But yeah, the rap part was funny. So in the story you had a beef with the game, and the game is in the game, not
yeah.
And so at first you meet. He tries to make you his bitch. He's like, go get me a sandwich. So you could choose to go get it. And I was like, nah, I'm not getting you a sandwich.
Fuck your sandwich,
So then we had a rap beef.
Jesus Christ.
And it had you pick the line out of 3. And I was like, this is so tedious. I skip it all the time, so I don't even know what I'm picking. And then I see like certain attributes will be like stylish, goes down 50, loyal, whatever, player goes up. And I'm like, because I think the old school mentality of people our age, what we would pick, because we're probably not going to pick the more flashy stuff, would be like more like a team player trying to win a championship. I think they frown upon that stuff. It's more about building your brand. And
well, yeah, that's the world now. It's like,
so,
build your brand.
Yeah, I have my own rap label. If you're trying to get on it, starting up. And we're beefing against the game, so be prepared to go against some some heavyweights.
This shit is annoying when I'm just trying to like fucking play the game, and then like in between games they're like, you gotta go talk to the governor, whoever the fuck, the owner, some motherfucker. Talk about we should have a fan night. I don't know how to do a fan night.
That's the other thing.
I every time I skip it, I'll get another message from them. So what happened to the other night? Like, oh yeah, my bad. It's like, yeah, don't let it happen again. I've never done a fan night on a fucking game, and he keeps saying don't let it happen again. What are you gonna do? Fire me?
Yo, I got a reporter mad at me because I wouldn't call on him.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's blanked out when I get to ask which reporter I want to ask a question from. He's always blanked out because I didn't ask him one day. He got offended.
Tell him to suck your nuts.
And then the other part that's tedious, it's like you got to run through the city to get to your freaking quest. It's dumb, that part. But And the one player mode, the career mode, it's fun in that it's fun moving without the ball. And you could tell them to pass to you. But what sucks is your computer players just stand there half the time. So I'm a point guard. I'm like, do something. I can't make them go. I can do a pick and roll, but then they're dumb.
Yeah, shit is dumb.
But it's a fun game. I think the next two games they got. Did we talk about Devin Booker's the cover?
Yeah, and nah, fuck that.
Oh yeah, then they had the WNBA
I'm
and
buying
the Jordan.
WNBA cover, son.
Yeah. So how
I
many people do you
support
think
Brittany
played?
Griner.
Don't lie. You're GM mode. You're playing the WNBA, aren't you?
No, I actually, when I first got the game, I played WNBA because I was like, I don't know how to fucking play this game. So let me play as the women because if I suck, I could just say it's because I'm a woman.
Do they don't?
Fucking joke. That's what I get. No. I think you can like dunk with Brittany Griner because she has dunked in the game, but
She's not dunking anymore.
dunking.
It's funny all this stuff about her. I mean, it sucks for sure with what happened with her, but
Yeah.
and it is a minor offense, except in that country, it's a major offense. So,
Right.
and I keep seeing all this stuff like if it was LeBron, he'd be home. I'd be like, I'm pretty sure LeBron knows better than to do that. And he has a lot of people around him to make sure he
Why
won't
would
do
he
that.
be there though? Too. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of them go over. A lot of WNBA players go overseas to play in the off season. Like, why would LeBron be over there? Maybe on the who goes over to Russia on vacation? No one. The Russians be leaving Russia. Like,
Especially now,
get
if
the
what's
fuck
going
outta here.
on, why is she going over there for?
But yeah, I've seen a lot of different takes on it, and it is really it's frustrating to me because the takes that I see are people saying, "Well, that's what you get. You deserve it. No, you're spoiled. You're privileged. Da da da. Oh, you protest against America, so you should stay there. You deserve." It's like, okay. And I've seen some people in the same comment thread say, basically they're like, "Look, she's a piece of shit for what she said about our country, and she deserves what she gets. But ultimately, we protect our own. So if we can go get her back, we should go get her back."
Yeah, I don't know if anyone deserves to be stuck in a prison
Yeah.
in another country for.
And again, it's a minor offense here, but it's a major offense there. Yes. But it's like, okay, like, do they deserve? Because so let's take it away from LeBron. Like, because like if it was LeBron, we get him back. No, LeBron probably wouldn't be there. But let's switch it up. Let's say if it were Chris Pratt, and the reason I say Chris Pratt is because he's a very conservative act. Like most actors are liberal. He's very, very well known as a conservative actor. Let's say for whatever reason Chris Pratt gets stuck over there. All these people were talking shit about Brittany Griner. Like, we gotta go get Chris. We gotta go save him. Not because he's white. I want to make it clear. I don't think it's because he's white, but I think it's because they're like, he's one of us. He votes with us. He voted Trump. It was like, I guess. But is he going to vote for Trump and JFK Jr. in 2024? That's the real question. Because JFK Jr. he's coming back. I don't know if you know this. He's like Jesus. Second coming. He died in the plane crash. Came back on the third day.
That made me think of something I was thinking the other day. What's the age that you have to be president?
35.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. There's an age limit. I'm just saying, if there's someone who's really qualified and they're not 35, that's kind of dumb. And then I think one of our problems too is we keep having some presidents that are like 70 years old, out of touch with the average person.
So I feel like
35 is a good age.
That's only a recent thing, though, more so recent than anything, because Biden and Trump. But I think Obama was in his late 40s, maybe 50s. Bush Jr., I believe, was in his 50s. Clinton, I think, early 50s. So, wasn't too bad off, but still, it's like now all of a sudden it's like, let's vote these older people in. And it's like, and I mean, the thing is, there's a game that they're playing. So, we're going to take a small break here. I got to go pick up my wife, and I got to leave you here at the house to watch my kid unless you want to go pick up my wife. but just stay here. Make sure my kid doesn't, I don't know, burn down the house or get into the liquor. You know how kids are today. Love getting into that fucking wacky tobacco.
Yeah, look at this, by the way. They're playing ping pong
So
with their head.
we're gonna take an intermission in 3, 2, 1. All right. That may have seemed like a second for y'all, but it was a solid 20 minutes in real time. Thanks for your patience. Fuck, who's we talking about?
We put a commercial break in for Simmies.
Yeah. Oh, it's about 2K and the bullshit. But yeah, fuck all that. All right. So anyhow, all right. What was it? Bad jobs. Talk about bad jobs. Oh yeah. The parking garage that collapsed in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like,
So I could actually see it from where I was at work.
like collapsing?
No, but because it's just the
Well,
first.
it's not important.
So the whole thing didn't collapse, but the first 2 floors. But imagine if you were several points were made. I was discussing this over the weekend. One is, I mean, it sucks if you're a person. I don't think there was any casualties. But imagine being collapsed in a parking garage. You just parked your car and you're like having
You
a
gotta
good
call
day.
your
Like,
insurance on that shit. Like,
well, I mean, imagine if it
sucks.
fell on you. I guess you're a goner. But then, yeah, if your car is in there.
But are
But
you?
also imagine if so. It's the first 2 floors. What if your car's on top? You got a long ways to go before you can get your car again.
Oh well.
You can get a crane to get your car down.
Oh well.
Like, my car's okay, but I can't get to it. So, like, does insurance help with that? They probably would, but I mean, but like, your car's fine.
AAA.
It's like one of those like
Roadside assistance.
things that's not written in the contract. Like, we don't have anything for being stuck on top of the parking garage, actually, so we don't cover that.
I parked at that one garage when I went up to have brunch with Winter. You know, the one like around the corner from Soundgarden. Like,
Oh, it fells, yeah.
yeah. Across from
The
like
$5 one.
Yeah.
That's the best one in Baltimore.
Well, Winter and I were talking. She was like, "Yeah, you can find somewhere to park on the street." And I was like, I'm not driving around looking for a fucking parking space.
Yeah,
out
I
there."
just don't even like the time it takes. I mean, sometimes you do find one, but I'm like, I just know there's always one in that particular garage, and it's $5 max every time,
Yeah, it was like,
which is a steal in Baltimore.
I rolled up and like I called her. I was like, "Yo, no," I texted her. I was like, "Yo, I'm down here. I'm just trying to find somewhere to park right now." She was like, "Yeah, you can find somewhere to park on on the street that the spot is on." I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna go hit the one garage." She was like, "Oh, the $5 one?" I was like, "You know the one, son." And then I get down there.
East Carolina.
Well, I saw where she parked at. I was like, "Oh, it's not hateful," but also I know how to get out of there too. It's like you just come right out, hook that right, and boom, like it's go time. So man, I'd be pissed if that garage collapsed. I mean, there's a $10 one next to it, but it's $5, son.
Yeah, the garage I park at work has been under construction for like 6 weeks now. Now I'm like, damn,
It's not comfortable.
is this like what are we doing there? And it's confusing on what they're doing because they be moving to different spots daily and coming back to same spots, and there's these little squares cut out in the road. I don't know what y'all are doing, but apparently it's to not let the building collapse, I believe now.
So normally when I go to Baltimore, I do park on the street. I park at the B&O Railroad Museum. There's an apartment complex, and I just park right out front there. And every time I tell people I park there, they're like, "Oh, you park there?" I was like, I've never had a problem parking there in 7 years. Now I'm not gonna leave my fucking car there overnight because remember we went to Comic-Con and Bob was like, "Well, why don't you just ride back up to the crib with us and like just stay the night?" And I was like, I mean, I'll stay the night, but I got to get my car. I where I'm parked at, I can't leave my car overnight. It might be fine. I don't know. I'm not gonna risk it. But normally I park there, and I considered doing that, but that's a hell of a walk from there to Fells. It was like it's not a hateful walk, but it's just a walk up my because you got to think now. At the end of the day, it's time to go home. Oh, that's a 30-minute walk. I'm not trying to walk 30 minutes after a few drinks at brunch because brunch is only day drinking. Brunch, who's really eating that brunch? We ordered tacos. I ate one. So that was just for show. In all reality, I was just there for the alcohol. I didn't really get fucking drunk, to be honest. Because Just like I haven't seen winter, fucking I don't know how long. I think maybe it might be 3, maybe 4 years. So it was like I'm not trying to get like fucking sloppy and alcohol poisoning and fucking falling all over myself. I ain't seen my good friend in years. It's like let's catch up like soberly. Now next time I do brunch, I'm gonna get fucked up. Like I'm gonna get real fucked up. I might fall in the water, fucked up. So like I'm going all in. But you gotta reacclimate yourself with friends. You gotta make sure we still cool. I want to be like, yeah, man, let's get fucking trashy. He's like, oh, I don't drink like that anymore. Like, what? I'm a yunk. So now that it's like, all right, you don't really drink like that, like that, but you still drink. That's the green light for me to fucking get trashed. So, because that means I have a responsible adult around me. She understands her job now.
That new account we follow, here's advice like, you're like it says something like you're always the drunk getting drunk at parties. I'm like, well, I'm sorry that I'm the only one having fun.
Dude, that is the greatest account. He has the best drunk advice. Like, of course, it's your birthday. You're supposed to get sloppy drunk. And then I started thinking, I was like, he's right, though. Like, why would I not get sloppy on my birthday? That's the point of the birthday. I'm celebrating. He gives the best advice.
What he had another one of like, you're always making a fool of yourself, and he's like, but I don't. Some about not remembering. He's like, if I didn't remember it, then it didn't happen.
He's right. That is absolute fact.
So I have nothing to be embarrassed about.
Yeah. But no, that is kind of fucked up the garage. It's a little funny.
And I was there last night.
Does it still collapse?
No, the $5 garage.
Oh,
so the $5 garage is good to go.
Oh yeah, well I mean I don't give a fuck about anyone else. Just make sure that joint stays, because like where would I park if that didn't exist?
Well, we used to have the free spot when there was just no attendant for like 2 years.
So we were over there, and I was looking at it. There were tons of cars, and I was just looking. I was like, I wonder. And then I started walking closer. There's someone sitting in the little booth. I was like, never mind. But
I wonder what happened with that. Like, must have like changed ownership, or someone passed away. Something like.
Someone was like, people been parking here and not paying.
It is probably years. Some owner was like, why am I not making any money on my parking garage? Y'all don't have anyone that works there. That gate was open for a good almost 2 years. I want to say we parked there for free, and there was not many people there because it didn't look like it should be free.
No, well, because the little booth is there, so people thought, shit, I got to go pay. And people were like, I'm not trying to pay it. I think probably someone drove was like, let's see how much. Ain't nobody here, just park. But then also people get nervous because I might get towed. Because that's how I felt at UMBC when we went to the wrestling event. It's like, I can't trust just parking somewhere. Motherfuckers just parking anywhere. I was like, I can't risk coming out and my car not being here. So I'm just going to go ahead and go see Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
We had a time, I don't know if you remember, we went to Fells, and then the next night, so we took we didn't have Ubers back then. We took a taxi, and that's when we learned, I think, the black taxis were not, the black colored taxis were like way significantly more. It was like 3 times more to because usually you could negotiate we're going to Colombia and it's like $50.
Yeah.
I think this one in particular was like $150. I heard. The next day we went to get the vehicle of the person that left it, and it was like the festival was on. So the street was blocked off, and we had to get them to move. There was a Formula One race car blocking the road. We had to get them to move it to get the car out. It's like,
I almost kind of missed the old school taxi rides. Kind of almost. It's just because that was part of the adventure, It was like I was talking to someone the other day talk about if I were rich. There's like things I wouldn't do because it's no longer fun. There's I wouldn't collect comics. I wouldn't collect action figures. I'm almost done with action figures now because it's too easy. Because I can just go to Amazon and get them. I like being able to have a story. How I found a figure, like how you found a rare figure in the wild. How you found a cool comic in the wild. That's all part of the story. Catching the cab is all part of those stories too. It's like getting an Uber is just you get an Uber, you get somebody that stink a little bit. But I like the cab stories.
Yeah, I have one with our mutual friend. we were taking a cab from Ellicott City, I believe, home, and I think he asked for the money up front, the cab, because it was late. We probably looked. I wouldn't. I mean, it wasn't. It seemed kind of like not proper to be like, I need the money up front. Like he didn't trust us, and like I don't feel like we looked too shady, but whatever. To
Yeah,
me,
but
it wasn't no big deal.
he was trying to get over on
It
you,
was
though.
two in the morning. I think he was afraid we are gonna run,
Well,
so he
yeah,
was
I'm
just
sure.
like, "You got to pay now, whatever." Either way, friend didn't like that, so they started arguing. I think he asked us to get out on the exit, and we're like, "Nah." So whatever, he agrees to drive us home. We kind of get dropped off sooner than we need to be, but it was like ugly and like I'm not paying you, like I'm not giving you a tip or something. Like we paid, but and it was more so between them. I was just going, but then so whatever. We're home or walking home. Then I'm like, God dang it, my wallet fell out in the damn cab. So now we just had this argument. You know, was not friendly, and now I got to call him. Be like, can you come back and bring me my wallet? He came back, so
Huh?
lucky there because he definitely can be like, fuck you guys.
Oh, you left your wallet? Looks like it's my wallet
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
What was it? There's damn it, I forgot. I was in like mid thought, I just forgot. But no, like when it comes to cabs, I don't know that I've ever tipped because I didn't know that was a thing. I always heard it was a thing, but I never knew it was a
I
thing.
feel like I've always been in a group with a cab, so I don't know.
I always feel like I was told you're supposed to tip. But I was like, I don't trust that person. That person's probably just trying to get me to spend more money. And then like as I got older, I was like, oh, I guess I was supposed to be tipping these drivers. My bad, y'all. But
I haven't taken many cabs. I mean, well, Uber made it easier with the app, but I want to say Uber early on didn't have the tip function on the app. I feel like you used to give them cash a lot.
hmm,
Could be wrong about that. But
I mean, I think that's the thing too. Like with Uber and Lyft coming into play, it's like, what's up with the taxi cab, you know, industry? Because I still, I mean, well, when I went up to New York, Uber wasn't a thing just yet. Because I think I went up that spring for the first time. And then later that fall, I went up for winter's party. And Uber was kind of slowly functioning in at that point. So I remember, I think we called a cab, but I think at some point someone called an Uber. But I know we all got in the cab. I was like, fuck all that. And then it turns out really we could have walked to where we needed to get to because the shit was only like 6 blocks away, which is not far. But whatever, I don't know. I like cabs. I think they're adventurous and there's always a story to be told with them.
especially the old school cabs, what made them pick that vehicle?
I don't know. I mean, I like it. It's fun. Like I like the old school like gangster car cabs.
And they got the glass shield.
Yo, I wish. Well, yeah, you gotta, man. You
Got the picture of the driver on there.
Yeah, that's suspect though. But I guess you got to though. But that's suspect. Yo, I remember that TV show Taxi with Danny DeVito,
Oh
and,
yeah,
Andy Kaufman, and all those cats.
that was wild.
Or was it Tony Danza? Oh, I should go back and watch it. But I feel like I'm gonna go back and watch it. And be like, oh yeah, I didn't like it then. Why would I like it now?
Yeah, they were always hanging out at the garage for a pretty long time.
Yeah, they weren't doing shit. I remember Andy Kaufman got some chick pregnant on the show because like the cat broke down and they're like it was like wintertime, so they had to keep themselves warm. So they fucked.
He was the mechanic, right?
I guess.
Pretty
I mean,
sure.
he looked like a mechanic. He looked like he can't drive, which is weird that he eventually ended up driving the cab and got some chick pregnant, which was goofy. And then like Dan DeVito was like I guess the boss or some shit because he little. You know, like he was like Mr. Spacely from the Jetsons, like the short fucking balding guy.
Oh yeah. I was thinking of Tony Danza when you said that. I was like, he was who's the boss?
It
Yeah,
was
he
a-
did some wild ass
It was
shows.
a questionable show, like really questionable. Then he ended up fucking the mom.
Yeah, so basically it was like a sugar mama type situation.
Yeah, eventually. I mean, but that show gave us Alyssa Milano. Although she's a little fucking crazy now. Like
Child star.
she's super like left wing crazy. Like Like climate change. Like I'm not saying climate change isn't real. No, not at all. But she's like so far off on the deep end on that shit. Like you can't use straws. It's killing the turtles type bullshit. Like fuck them turtles.
Man, have you tried a paper straw? Those things suck.
Fucking trash.
That's one of the worst inventions. Again, we have all this technology. We can't come up with something better alternative than the paper straw.
Sarah has those metal straws upstairs. I hate those even more.
I haven't tried one of those.
No, well, I hate them because I'm scared. Because it's like if I fall, shit hits me. And I always just have these horrible dreams about like tripping and falling, the metal straw going in my eye.
Damn, Billy, how'd you get that eye patch? I fell on my metal straw.
It's like I wouldn't even tell that story, dude. Like if I got an eye patch, I'm gonna tell you some bullshit. Just know this: if I got an eye patch on, whatever story I tell you is not true.
Like I was being interrogated and they cut out my eye, but I still didn't tell.
I'm gonna tell you I was fighting aliens. Those motherfuckers shot at me and missed. It's like obviously not because they got your eye, bitch. But,
Hey, Thor got his eye back.
yeah, but Rocket made a good point. Yeah, I would have cleaned that off if I were you. All right.
We'll review this because we almost
Yeah.
crushed it. There's a little left if you want to.
Nah, because so you put the ones in the fridge. Good call. You didn't put that in the fridge. So.
True. All right,
So,
then I'll crush this.
Yeah, that's all you, son.
So this one is Hometown Crew. We got a little baseball theme on it, and then it's by Lone Oak Farm, which is out of Olney, Maryland, so close by, and it's a Czech Pilsner. Nothing. It's like a good, solid, regular beer.
Yeah, really
There's
beer.
no.
Nothing special.
Yeah, can't describe the taste besides beer.
What's the percentage?
But yeah, decent percentage for this style of beer, 5.5. It's a little
That's fair.
extra kick for Pilsner. A little fancier Miller Lite. A little classier. We got it pours well.
Yeah. Nah, I don't hate it.
I'd say I like the taste of Miller Lite though a little better.
Yeah.
It's a little bitter.
I'm gonna give this a 6.6.
I think that's a great score. So I'm gonna match it. So that means it's right. When we match, that's the score. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't care what any experts might want to say.
Like, nah, it's a 6.6.
We the real experts.
it's locked in.
But-
Yeah, this sport is wild, by the way. On the background, this is how bad this time of year is. What we have on ESPN is some wild ass ping pong, but soccer. So they have to serve it with their head. The board is curved, so a lot of times they're hitting it short and it bounces right back to them, which is kind of funny.
Oh, you could run to the other side?
Well, in volleyball, technically you can, as long as it goes. Like you could actually hit it back to your side if like it went kind of out of bounds. But if you watch it, so they're spiking it with their head.
Yeah, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Fuck
And why is
this
it on
one.
TV? Like, it's not interesting,
Well,
to be honest. Like, it's
So that's
like-
what I'm saying. It's like, look, man, I'm mad that
damn, he
jiu-jitsu doesn't
spiked
get
it
put
as
on ESPN, but they put this bullshit on there and cornhole. Yo, when I see cornhole on ESPN, I get extremely mad. Because I'm like, yo, this is some fucking drunk bumpkins. We're in the backyard throwing some fucking bing bags around one day, and now it's on ESPN.
It was one of those sports. It's like the NFL made that one position for the non-athletic. Well, I mean, you're athletic to be a kicker, but it's the guy that can't play football. And then we made a sport for non-athletic people or out of shape people,
Yeah.
because they are actually the good people. I mean, they would absolutely destroy me. I've seen it on TV. Like they're pretty much getting all four in at all times, and even if they like mess around it, they're like the last one knocks all three in. You're just like, damn.
So we used to play cornhole at the gym in between like classes for jiu-jitsu, like summer camp. Just like the kids are out there playing. So in between classes, we go out there. Like coach was like, my coach calls me Butcher. He's like, Butcher. And he's like, Butch, come on over here. All right, it's Butch. He's like, Coach Butch and Bearcat. I was like, all right, I don't know how to, but this one kid was a monster at this. I couldn't get any in, but this kid's just nailing all of them.
I was gonna mention I went to Heavy Seas Brewery, played cornhole. I lost a bet. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't admit that on air, but okay, you're a better person than me.
I destroyed her in Connect Four though, but then it was clear she did not know the rules of Connect Four because I won in 5 moves.
So no, when
She
we
said something about like that's not 7, like it's called Connect Four.
when we went to Dave and Buster's, they had like a giant Connect Four.
Yeah, that's what this was.
Which was fun, but the thing is, there's a lot of pressure because the timer like beep, beep it, like
Oh, it's
you got
electronic one day at a
like,
timer.
I was like, no, hold on, I'm not ready. I was trying to strategize.
Well, I
Like, what's
kind of
the
like
fucking
the
time?
idea of a timer one though.
Not if I'm trying to strategize.
Yeah, that's gonna mess you up. And you're
Fuck
drinking.
you.
That would be a fun drinking.
It was
game.
my fucking
We gotta
daughter's
play
birthday,
the.
so I wasn't drinking.
Yeah, we gotta play that. The ping pong thing challenge.
Oh, with the balls like 1 bounce,
Yeah,
then 2 bounce.
we're
then
probably
3
gonna
bounce.
get 13 at least
Maybe.
on a small table. We're nice.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah. So yeah, how was Heavy Seas?
So FAC's great beer. It's a pretty fun place in Halethorp, which I've always debated how you're supposed to say that.
Pretty sure it's Halethorp, but whatever.
Well, everyone has a different opinion on
Well,
it.
everybody's wrong but me.
I mean, a typical brewery in terms of the venue. They have like a warehouse, and they added some games. So Giant Connect Four, Big Jenga. I also lost in Jenga, and there's a video of that.
Oh, we were playing
You can
Jenga
laugh
around
at
the
me.
house all the time. We got Jenga for Christmas for Sophie. That's all she wanted to play for the longest time. And I think once she understood how you're actually supposed to play this, she was like, I don't want to fucking play this. I thought we were just fucking building shit. I was like, no. Like, you fucking twit. The fuck is wrong with you?
Their beers are very good. So I think we have several ties for our top beer, and Heavy Seas has one of them now. But yeah, I did the little flight of one. They're all pretty strong beers, so you get buzzed pretty quickly there. Fun time and games. So I mean, I recommend going there. I mean, their beer is
I would
very
have
good.
gone
on
if it was
draft.
on a Sunday because you asked me if I wanted
Yeah,
to
because
go
we switched
Sunday.
volleyball to Sunday. I was hoping to play Saturday.
Dicks.
Yeah, we can go again.
Because I was like,
I would like to check out that and Jailbreak.
I didn't do shit today because I was like, well, I was actually going to go to Annapolis. Actually, I woke up late as fuck. Well, for me, late. Like, I woke up like close to 11. And I was like, and I was still kind of fucking groggy. And I was trying to edit and was still fucking falling asleep. But then I was like, I'm going to go to Annapolis. Let me just go down, walk Main Street, get some ice cream or some bullshit. Maybe go hop in a comic shop. I haven't been there in like years. And the last time I went there, Sophie was like in a stroller. And then, so I was like, I got to do Sophie's hair. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. Do it. That means we're not going anywhere. So then I just sat here in the basement and I took a nap, worked on the podcast a little bit, watched the movie, which I'll talk about later. But, yeah. So thanks for ruining my Sunday.
We'll go. I want to go day drinking again. We did Fidel. I think we should do Fells one day, and maybe Annapolis would be fun. So honestly, I haven't been in Annapolis. We went that time briefly, but I haven't been there too often.
Annapolis, it's funsies. I hate the people in Annapolis.
Yeah, that's the one drawback I would say.
It's like just people down there, like, fuck them.
But yeah, I mean, I was gonna mention too. So I went to Fells last night. That was a really fun time. We gotta do that again. So we met up with Victor, our daytime. When we went daytime drinking last, we met up with him. It was a fun time. We went to the Chop Tank. Have you ever been there?
No.
I feel like so. That's like you've been to the rooftop bar in Fed Hill.
Yeah.
It's basically run by the same company. It's really similar looking, except it's outside. There's no, rooftop. It's just outside. It's in the middle of the square in Fells. So it was a nice night. So fun time. Their orange crushes are good. Just had regular light beers, but we went a little bit of bar hopping. Went to the Rockwell, which is always fun, and Riptide. Never been to Riptide before, but it was a fun time. We got feeling pretty good. At one point, I think I heard. I don't remember this, but I guess the Backstreet Boys came on people got really carried away singing the song.
Don't get me wrong. I'll sing a boy band song here and there, but I ain't gonna get carried away. Relax, fuckers.
But yeah, I mean, it was one of those vibes where everyone's just having a good time. So
Yeah, that's
it's
good.
always fun when people are in good moods. I will say, outside of the bar, one of the security guards was wearing a bulletproof vest, that's how you know you're in Baltimore.
It's never
It's
comforting.
like you're in Baltimore, Detroit, when you get the bouncer wearing a bullet,
Chicago, don't leave Chicago out of that motherfucker. Yo.
or normal Illinois. I hear they're pretty gangster.
Illinois. Well,
But fun time.
I
We'll
mean,
have to do it again.
I'm down to day drink if I can get off on a Saturday to day drink, just because I know that I have Sunday to kind of bounce back.
The people watching at these places were hilarious. So this is actually a cider, by the way.
It's a weird smell.
It tricked me. It's in the beer section. I was like, when I got one, I was like, "Is this a?" Cause I saw strawberry blonde. There is strawberry blonde beers. This is not a beer though.
All right, well, not sure how I'm gonna feel about this.
It is a 6.9 though.
One of my
Make
favorite
it worth
numbers.
it.
Plus side to I had to go pick up my wife because like her car was acting weird. Should probably get a hand job tonight. That's pretty insulting, but whatever. I ain't got to do it.
It's different. Yeah. Well,
I
you
don't
told
know.
us about. Do you have to open the window and for that? If it's someone else,
Because I mean, I'm gonna have the lights off, but I'm gonna have the curtains open. Just on the off
curtains
chance.
open, so you like the adventure of
Yeah,
being.
the exhibitionism
Yeah.
and shit. Somebody might walk by, like, oh my god, he's getting a hand job.
Dante be
Yeah.
waving to him. Hey,
Like wave him with my dick, like, what's up?
howdy neighbor.
Well, no, I haven't talked to the new neighbor yet. Like, because the first thing I'm gonna say is like, what's the Wi-Fi? That's all I want to know is what's the Wi-Fi password, son. And then I'm gonna cancel my fucking internet.
Speaking of when it comes football season, I would like to go either to that rooftop bar or the Fells Point version. If you're interested for the
Perhaps.
first week. It sucks. It's a shame that social pub, the pizza place that we went to for watch football, closed down during COVID. Because it was a bar, and I don't think you made it out there.
No, I was like, I don't know what that is.
Because we went there a lot the year before COVID, and they had the wood oven, amazing wings. They always put the Washington game in the corner, the pity corner for us, which was nice of them. But they had like every game, and it was like convenient to see all the different places, and it wasn't. It would get packed sometimes, more so when the Ravens were doing well. If they lost, the next week it's like dead.
Of course,
It's crazy.
fucking losers.
But it was a great spot.
I hate Ravens fans so much because they're such fucking punks. Oh, my team lost. Flacco's elite. Oh, we're so used to winning. We don't know how to lose. Fuck them. Oh, you're a Ravens fan? My bad. Hey.
So again,
don't let her stab
we've
me.
talked about it before, but we went to the Rams game. They were in the playoffs at that point. Lamar wasn't playing, but you're in the playoffs at that point, so must-win game. Stadium 40% full.
Because they're fucking spoiled fucking.
It
punks,
wasn't
yo.
likely they were going to win that game, but I'm surprised the support was because your team or my team had a chance of the second to last week of the season to be in the playoffs.
Oh,
It's going
that's
to be rocking.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a fucking
Like just a
crowded
glimmer of hope
stadium,
is all we
sellout stadium.
need.
Oh, did you see the one post I put up in the story? He's about to do talk about being a Mets fan. He was like, excuse me. The best thing about being a Mets fan is it builds character because this team absolutely fucking sucks. I was like,
Hey,
yeah.
at least they're competitive. Like your team and my team for football wise in the last 30 some years is horrendous. Like
Dude.
we've made it to the playoffs. You haven't won a playoff game, unfortunately.
It's like
What,
since
20
'92
Yeah, we won
in 30
one-
years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
30 fucking years, yo. Why? Why are you so bad, Detroit?
And it's crazy is I don't think of. Yeah,
Let's
it
see
sucks.
here. Oh shit! Next week will be my official 30-year anniversary here when we record. I moved here July 24th, 1992.
Oh, for Maryland.
Yeah, bitch. What the fuck
I
you
don't know.
think?
You're like 30, and it's not marriage. It's what's he
Well, I
talking
mean,
about?
I've been with my wife for fucking 22 years. So, I
Damn.
mean,
So
close enough. But no, I've been in Maryland for 30 years, so I guess it's getting kind of serious, you could say.
yeah, I think you're a Marylander now.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Or you'd be like
But you know what I'm
there's some
not?
people that were like born
Not a Ravens fan.
in it, like
Or a
literally
Colts fan.
born in New York for like 3 months, and they said they're from New York. And it's like, but they lived their whole life in say L.A.
Well, Sophie, I mean, was born at St. Agnes. So it's like, would she say she from Baltimore?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I was born in Tacoma Park technically. That
it's
sounds
like,
way better than like I grew up in Columbia. Like now I'm from Tacoma Park.
I mean, neither one sounds really great. Like, to be quite honest. Like, whenever I talk to anyone at work, and they're like, um, you from around here? I was like, I mean, I grew up in Howard County. It was like, it was like, oh, one of them. Bitch, fuck you. That's how I feel about y'all.
I was talking to a coworker that's from another country. They like looking up like the areas I'm talking about because I was talking about the immediate area of Baltimore. I was talking about where I live, how it's actually equally far from like Columbia and Baltimore, and then I was talking about Columbia. It's like that was an answer of a Jeopardy question one time. It was like, "What's America's first planned city?" I was like, "Columbia." Whatever that means exactly. I think I know what it means. But it was like, we had these villages where the shopping, like everything's convenient in each. But when you grow up there, you don't realize no other neighborhoods have that. Then, like, I moved to Severance. Like, you don't have, like, the neighborhood names
Um,
like we had, and village centers and the paths connecting everything.
that was actually Columbia was a Jeopardy answer twice because Ed Norton is also from Columbia, and that came up on Jeopardy as well. And I think Ed Norton they brought up Jim Rouse, and I was like, oh, I was like, motherfucker, and this dude got it right. I was like, the fuck, like, no, you're not supposed to know that answer, but he did. Fuck that nerd. Um, but yeah. Next time I go day drink, I want to try to do it on a Saturday, just because I want to be able to like bust chills on Sunday. So I gotta try to
Yeah, let's
finagle a Saturday off.
we should do a day drinking, but also do a brewery.
I mean,
We'll
if we do a
some-
brewery, I'd do that on a Saturday. Like basically, stuff like that I want to do on a Saturday just because I can have Sunday to kind of cool out and live my life. Because I'm only off Wednesday and Sunday typically, so it's like if I go out day drinking on a Sunday, I got to come home. My wife still got to go to work that night. I still got to put my daughter down. We still got to record. It's like there's a lot crammed, and I might even have to fucking edit off the mats. So it's like there's a lot that's getting crammed into that day. So if I could get a Saturday, that's just better because it's like, okay, I still got a lot to do on fucking Sunday, but at least I'm getting drunk on Saturday, and that's the fun part.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
And also my wife is home, so it's like I can come home, fall down the stairs, and hey, I got a futon in the basement now, so I can go sleep on that. I mean, I also have the air mattress. Dude, I was deflating the air mattress yesterday. That was a fucking treat. Because, like, you just turn the nozzle and it just starts to deflate, but it's not moving fast enough. So I'm, like, jumping on it, trying to, like, get it to, like, air out. Then Sophie came downstairs, was like, Sophie, go stand right there. I'll jump on this part. And then, like, I'll go flying in there. It was like, now brace yourself. And I'll jump in and she'll go up in the air. It was like, fun, ain't it? I said, yeah. I was like, now go upstairs.
I saw a video of someone doing that where they jump on the bed and the kid goes up and they went way too hard and the kid shot up into the ceiling.
Man, fuck that kid.
But he's gonna have. I think that kid's gonna grow up right. You gotta have some bumps along the way, I think.
See, that's what I worry about with my kid. I don't think my kid has I don't want to give her too much trauma where she's fucked up, but I want her to have just enough where she's funny.
Yeah.
Like,
because all comedians usually have some kind of like. Most have some kind of trauma or like
yeah,
something makes them funny.
Yeah, well, because
like maybe they're even it could be like they're just bullied and like humor was the way they.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Like
their thing.
That's how you get through the trauma is like being funny and like think of it. like a funny situation. It's like you get through it that way, and it's like, damn, dude, I don't want to put my daughter through it, but I do want her to be funny because she tries to tell jokes now, and they're so bad, and it's like you haven't been through enough trauma to be telling jokes. You need to go sit in the back of the class and get the fuck out of here because you're not funny.
I've heard some comedians talking like once things get too successful and like good, they don't have any more material.
Yeah, I mean,
like it's tough to come up
there
with
was a
material
Kevin
now.
Hart special that it was really bad because it's like the jokes he was telling was like that's no one in your audience can relate to that. You know, like he's like telling like jokes about like other famous people, and it's like, yeah, we can't relate to that situation, homie. You like,
Yeah, he's got to be silly rich. The amount of movies he's in.
yeah, he's like mentally ridiculous rich, dude. That shit's crazy. Like this dude, like I don't know if they still do it. He said they used to like when they go on tour, like just traveling city to city. Each city they get to, they'll buy a new PS4, play, and then they'll just leave it.
Oh yeah. Oh, imagine the comedian money because he was selling out like big, pretty large venues, and it's just him.
Yeah,
I saw an interview. I think it might have been Drink Champs where RZA was on there, and he was just talking about early days of Wu-Tang. He was like, "Yeah, I mean, we'd get put on, and maybe we'd do a show and like get 40 grand. That's a night for a night." But he was like, "Then you start splitting it. We had a lot of people."
yeah.
So I was like, that made me think like, no wonder a lot of like rap groups they split up because as you get older, like maybe the crowd's smaller, like we're splitting this three ways, and probably one of them's carrying a lot more weight than the other. He's probably like, I get 3 times more money if I go solo.
But we were talking about that with EPMD once. We were like, there's no way that E should be making the same amount as PMD.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of groups where it's like, do y'all split it equally? Because it's
Like,
if you're the hype man just yelling stuff in the background, that's an important job, but I don't know if it's equally.
yeah, it's like well, I mean, but Wu-Tang, like the way they did it though, it was like everybody was like getting paid, but then everybody also was able to split off and do their own solo projects, and still did well. It wasn't like
I think they weren't well off till they started doing those solo projects, which was the goal RZA had all along.
that's something I want, like from the core Wu-Tang, not like the secondary members like 60 Second Assassin and shit like that. Like the core, like who had the weakest debut?
So lyrically, and he's my favorite, was ODB because he be saying some nonsense, but he had the tightest beats and the delivery.
I think his debut album did okay.
No, it was. Oh, you're talking about sales wise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess commercial, like like recognition and like people.
You God maybe.
Maybe
Because I feel like he was not nearly as popular as the others. Because there's a lot of people love Ghostface, love Method Man. ODB, I feel is like a crowd favorite.
When you say You God, I realize he's the only one who's I don't have.
There you go.
Never mind.
That You God.
Like we got it figured out.
Yeah, I don't remember when like, yo, you got that new You God? Nah.
I didn't. I don't think.
I figured I'd sit out on this one.
It's like, especially back then, I was buying a CD every week. It was like scroll past You God. I was like, nah, be all right. Like what else they got?
The only people probably got that one was like those people obsessed with the collection, like diehard Wu. Like I gotta have all of them.
And that was the thing. I was.
But still didn't want You God. Shout out to You God though.
God,
I mean,
dude.
he had a good voice.
Yeah.
I don't know any of his solo songs to be honest.
No, I'm so sad. I don't even want to look it up right now. I'm kind of emotional about that. That's fucked up, dude. I should go get it just out of pity. He was like, "Oh, we got a new sale." Trying to think. Yeah, You God. Yeah, he has to be the one because GZA, like,
Lyrically, he was on point, and he
album.
was kind of he had an album. Him and RZA had an album before Wu-Tang.
No, I'm just talking about just.
But I mean, I think they had a little buzz already, so they had that going for them. Method Man was definitely like the kind of like the star material guy. ODB was friggin' charismatic as hell, and his beats were just amazing on that album.
Raekwon's album, that album is still one of those albums that again I can listen to from beginning to end without skipping a song. Ghostface had a great debut.
What was RZA's debut album?
Bobby Digital.
Oh yeah, so I mean he did the whole other character type thing with
Yeah,
his.
and I think his it did well, but I think it was one of those ones that was a lot different
Yeah,
than everyone else's.
Yeah, that was one of those ones that was a little over some, not over people's heads, but it was like,
Yeah,
I mean, it was a almost like an experimental album.
Yeah.
He was doing a character.
well,
like-
even Jizza's,
and he did it with Gravediggers,
Like-
where they
yeah,
had different personas and different names, and
like Jizza's album was like a little over some people's heads too. Like,
just to be making some. He's too lyrical sometimes.
yeah, it was like there are a couple songs I was just like,
yo, we can't relate because we don't have that vocabulary.
like, dude, I'm only 16. I don't know what half these words mean, son. Like, come on, man, you gotta chill.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not getting at the source just to listen to your fucking album. Like, you better cool out.
Yeah, that dude was. I mean, he was called the genius.
I should be writing down these notes for a post for the week, but I'll just go.
I heard something that he was studying. I wish I could remember. I don't remember what it was, but it was something impressive that he used to study.
Well, he's got like a doctorate, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think he was teaching something.
Yeah, which is just fucking bananas. It's like, but hey, it's like, and the thing is, if it wasn't for that success of the Wu-Tang, he might not have made it out and made it to that point. You know?
Remember that first video Wu-Tang? They spelled his name with a J.
Yeah.
And it was like Jizzah or something.
I remember we were riding up to Detroit. In my grandparents' car. My uncle was riding with us. We had to ride the whole way up, both of us. It's in that back seat. I had my Discman. I had just gotten Jizz's album. My uncle goes, "What are you listening to?" I was like, "Jizza." He was like, "What?" The Jizza. He was like, He takes the earphones. Didn't get my earphones back the rest of the ride. I was like, "Can I have my headphones back?" I'm not gonna try to find my uncle. He'd be beating his bosses up, so nah. I was just like, "Yeah, go ahead and keep those."
Yeah, he was a beast. But yeah, I almost wonder if him. Sometimes, like some rappers are just more entertaining. Like Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah.
Like if you compare Jizza to Old Dirty Bastard lyrically, I mean it's all subjective. But
Yeah.
Jizza's rapping about some real stuff, telling stories, and Old Dirty Bastard line by line could be talking about one thing and then completely talk about space, and then he's talking about something else.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's an entertainment thing though too. It's like who's more entertaining, but what
Yeah.
are you entertained by? It's like,
Yeah, because I mean, ultimately too, it's the sound. So you have a good voice on a delivery, you can get away with some whack ass lyrics.
it's like I would prefer if I'm at a party to hear Old Dirty Bastard.
Oh yeah,
But if I'm sitting just down here on some drugs, I'm gonna listen to Jizzy. I'll probably listen to Old Dirty Bastard too. I'll probably just let it all rotate through.
I really like just as that album he did with Muggs. It was called Muggs started doing a versus albums, and he's been doing quite a lot of them. It was Muggs versus Jizza, which just basically Muggs produces all the tracks, but it was chess themed throughout the whole album, and apparently they were playing chess while recording the whole album. But that was a really underrated album.
I would never forgive your ass for this shit.
I don't think it's terrible.
It tastes pretty bad, dude.
I mean, if it didn't have alcohol, I wouldn't drink it.
Well, yeah, it tastes like turpentine. It's just trash.
That's better than some beers we've had.
This is pretty bad, dude.
This is very tarty.
Oh, it's a cider.
To be honest, I don't like tart type
No.
flavors though.
I'm not digging this at all. This is definitely a solid. What's the alcohol percentage on it?
6.9.
It's a solid 4.
You want to rate it now? That's your
That's my score.
locking in.
4-4.
44 on the back like Danny Ainge.
I'm not a monster. Okay, it's not a complete 4.
It's not the worst thing ever, but yeah, I mean, the only thing I
I
would
don't
say
think
about it is if you're at I don't know, just say like you're at a party and you're getting a little tired of the beer.
I'm not drinking this. I'm not even gonna finish.
So it's
this,
called
dude.
Strawberry. Oh, I guess I should introduce what it even is. We're just like talking about the bad drink. We just scored it without even naming it. Damn,
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
even
okay.
deserve the name mention. It's called Strawberry Blonde by Capital Cider House from Washington, D.C. We haven't had many Washington, D.C.
And
beers.
we shouldn't have any more if this is gonna be the.
But yeah,
fucking
it's not
person
actually a
standing out for
beer.
it.
It's a cider. and it's very dry. I don't taste strawberries. It tastes like,
dog shit.
what would you say, like sour, tarty?
It's very tart.
Yeah, tart. There you go.
Yuck.
And not sweet tart. Like it's if you had a sweet tart without the sweet,
Yeah.
you just had a tart candy. That's what
This
is.
shit is sadness. Is what
But
it
that's
is.
6.9, so I'm gonna give it a 5.4.
Dude, this shit tastes like what the Holocaust probably was like.
I
This
feel like
shit
it's
is
easy to
bad.
crush though.
No, it's not. Do you see this being crushed?
I mean,
Look at
yeah,
that.
I mean it tastes like chemicals. Chemicals are good sometimes.
I guess. I mean,
Lab created.
maybe. Cocaine.
I mean, it doesn't taste like strawberries for sure.
Yeah, so there's your first.
Because
bucket
I
of
love
steak.
strawberries.
Ooh.
Did they forget the strawberries in this?
See, if I wouldn't, I got strawberries upstairs. I would chop some up and just dump them in.
No, that would have helped.
Maybe.
And it says jammy and summery. Nah, it's not.
It's neither of those.
It's just tart. This beer should, or cider should be called tart.
Like sour tart.
And it should have a sign
Gross.
like, if there's nothing else, go for it.
When all else is empty, drink one of ours. Like, no, I won't. So I got in a sauna yesterday. I haven't been in a sauna since Supreme Sport days.
I actually don't think I've ever been in a sauna.
It was wild. Like my neighbor. So my neighbor and I recorded yesterday, and he texted me earlier in the day. It was like, you want to hop in the sauna before we record? And I was like, that's a little weird, but okay.
Yeah, I was like, is it just me? I'm
Like,
not questioning that.
It's a little gay, but maybe. So, we go get in the sauna. And it's funny because it's like just us in there. We're just talking. Like pretty much like we're recording already. So I made the mistake of bringing this in there. Although my drink stayed cold as fuck. But this was hot because it's metal. So I went to I was like, ooh, like, never mind. And then my glasses, I had my glasses on. So I put my glasses off to wipe sweat. And like everything, like the padding was fine. But I touched the metal frame. I was like, nope.
Damn, it gets that hot.
Oh yeah.
So
was
I've never
rough.
been in a sauna, but I think I would like the sauna because
It's good.
I think I've mentioned to you, like, we don't run out of hot water where we live at all. And I'll just steam in the shower for 40 minutes. I don't get in the shower. I'm just sitting there on my phone. It makes my body feel better. But I know a sauna is supposed to be significantly hotter than what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So
sauna.
I've never tried it, but I feel like it would probably be good for my joint pain.
Have a
and shit.
lot of good benefits from it. Like I felt
I'll
good
have to
after I
try
got out. I got to find out. We went around the corner to the Gold's Gym. I don't know what the membership fee is on that, but I'd be willing to do that just to hit the sauna like twice a week, just for that alone. I don't like going to the gym anymore. Like just like seeing other people. It's like relax. It's not a competition. Like I don't want shit at home. I lift at home. Like, I don't want to watch this fucking meathead over. Remember the dude we used to see at Lifetime? Fucking arms. Like what the fuck? Like what can you do with those arms? You
Oh yeah, it's not good for sports. Like,
You can't
and
do nothing.
I've always been one into weightlifting, but I'm like, I mean, I can tell you now, like I got up, benching pretty heavy, and then it's like all of a sudden my joints are getting fucked up. And football players, when they lift too much, their joints get all fucked up. You're more injury prone.
I got to this weird point where, because remember, like my goal was bench 300. I remember one day when we were doing like the 225 and repping there, I thought to myself, I was like, so why? Like why? Like, okay, I could bench 300, but then what? Like, do I keep going? Do I want to keep going? And then it's like, what other benefit is that going to give me moving forward to anything else? So I was like, you know what? I'm done with it. Like deadlift, maybe, squat, shit like that. Okay, I got some benefits from those probably. But it's like benching that much. I was like, no. And then just lifting heavy, like I said, the joint pains.
Yeah, because like every time, and I usually will take a break and get back to it, and I'll slowly progress again. But then I get to a point where all of a sudden it's like just that lift off. I feel like a bad pain in my shoulder here. My elbow gets messed up because
my shoulders actually haven't hurt since I stopped lifting. Believe it or not, and even with doing jiu-jitsu and I'm cranking on my shoulders, I haven't had shoulder issues. My elbows are bad, but I think that's just
Yeah, my
part
elbows will
of
get
just the
aggravated when I go
genetics.
really heavy. But yeah, I mean, like, so quarterbacks, pitchers, they don't weightlift at all. You look at Tom Brady's. I mean, he was real funny when he came into the league. His body. Oh, Mac Jones. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't even have muscles really. But what's more important in sports is flexibility. And when you lift really heavy, you lose your flexibility.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the meatheads. They suck at sports. Like, imagine a bodybuilder playing basketball. How ridiculous that would be.
I think also to be
They can
fair,
barely put their hands together to shoot the
the
ball.
bodybuilder probably ain't even thinking about none of those things though. They're like, I'm just here to get big. Roar. Like,
Yeah, and
fuck
then the
you.
bodybuilders are normal. Like, it's kind of gross.
Yeah. It's like you're just a fucking beauty pageant contestant. Get the fuck out of
It's
here.
almost like you're handicapped in ways. Like, they can't reach things. can't. I mean, you
Imagine
probably
them try-
can't drink a beer.
can't wipe their ass. Oh, yo. They be taking protein shits too, I bet, and they can't even wipe their ass.
Oh,
right?
they got the gas all the time from all their protein shakes.
That sucks.
They gotta shave all their body hair at all times.
Gross.
They got
They're probably
self-tan.
waxing. They're probably waxing.
I remember MTV did that body something about
Yeah, the
whatever
True
it
Life
was.
joint.
Yeah, True Life, and the dude had his dad help shave his butt or something.
No,
That was hilarious.
that's no negative. Fuck all that. But yeah, I got in the sauna. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
I'd like to try it.
Like I think I'm gonna look into the membership there. If it's not something crazy, I might do it just for the benefits of the sauna.
I always
alone.
hear you got that all those LA comedians. Well, they moved because of Joe Rogan, but where they talk like they all they're all on each other's podcast all the time. And Bobby Lee's he always tries to get them to go to the Korean spa with him. The Korean spa sounds interesting. Like you see some characters there. But then it's kind of funny because he'll just sit buck naked with whoever, and usually whoever he brings is like not really comfortable with that. I don't think I want to do that,
So-
but it does sound like an experience to go to one of those spas. I don't know if we have something like that even in Maryland.
I'm sure we do. So I text my neighbor and I go, so he was like, you still down for this? He goes, are we still good for 8? So I thought he meant go to the spot at like 7:30 and then come back because I wanted to record at 8 because I was trying to fuck last night and I didn't want it to get too late. So, which works out because we recorded for about 90 minutes and I'm in the middle editing. I only got 30 minutes. I've been editing all day and I'm only 30 minutes in. This is about to be a rough one because he paused a lot and said a lot. I'm trying to clean it up. Then there are a couple points where he and I we're just sitting here dead silence. It's like, like what are we talking about now? But we talked about his military history and then what got him into kettlebells and certification and everything. So that's pretty cool. But he texts me, he goes, "Are we still on for 8?" And I go, "Yeah." I was like, "Hey, so what do I wear? Like what do I wear to the fucking spot? Like how does this work?" He was like, "Well, wear something you don't mind getting like covered in sweat." I was like, "Okay." So I went and put on my Muay Thai shorts. I was like, they're good, like breathable shorts and stuff. And I was like, so I put on sweats over top of that. And I was like, are we going like into a locker room? Like, what the fuck do I bring? You're not preparing me for this. So it was like, he comes in, he's just in some sweats and a t-shirt. And I was like, okay. So I walk in, I got my sweatpants, Muay Thai shorts underneath, my BJJ Wiki, the white BJJ Wiki shirt. And I get in there. And, again, I got my glasses. I got my phone in my pocket, which I wasn't affected by the heat because he was on his phone, because he brings his phone in for the timer because he does 30 minutes. 2 other people came in eventually, and, they're on their phones. And I was like, I didn't pull my phone because I was like, dude, I'm like in here like, this is kind of that moment, like have that moment to yourself, get away from your phone type deal. Because I was talking to my neighbor about me being on an exercise bike and playing 2K. He goes, I challenge you to do the exercise bike without playing. I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I'll do like an hour elliptical at the gym. I wish I could play a video game
Yeah.
like 2K. Like I had your setup, I would be doing that because it's gonna make the time. It's a little boring doing elliptical, but it's good for you. And it was like, if I could play my video game and get my exercise in, damn, that's tight.
That's why I like having exercise. I don't know if I could do that on elliptical. I don't know that my coordination's not there yet. But on an exercise bike, I'm getting there. I was like, yeah. He was like, I challenge you to do it without playing the video game. I was like, no, we're not doing that. I was like, but no, that gives you like time to kind of get in the moment. And I was like, yeah, I did it on the treadmill. Like when I'm on the treadmill, I can get in the moment without anything.
Yeah, I hear what he's saying, but now on the elliptical, you're trying to do an hour. Like, nah, anything that distract me and I can get that hour done and have fun while I'm doing it. Yeah.
When I did the exercise bike for 50 minutes, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. It was like, should I do the last 10 minutes? I was like, the game's over. Like I'm done. I played 2 games, so it's like because I played some of it, and I was like, I can't concentrate. So I simulated the second and third quarter and played the fourth. I was like, okay, all right. Then I did it again. I was like, should I do the last 10 minutes? No, because it's just me and my thoughts. I was like, I'm not doing that. But it was fine. I'll do it again. I'll probably end up, like I said, looking into the membership, go check out the sauna. It was, it was kind of small. I wish it was like a bigger sauna because if other people were coming in, I was like, I don't want y'all too close to me. Like the one dude came in there dressed kind of like us. Another dude came in there just a towel. I was like, see, this is that bullshit I was talking about.
When I hear Bobby Lee talk about the Korean spa, like most of the Korean guys are butt naked.
Nah,
like, I don't know if I feel about that, but it sounds like an adventure. Those spas.
Also,
I want to try it out, but I'd rather do it with a friend because I think I have it at my gym.
I mean,
I think it's what is it, in the pool area probably.
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
And even then, I've barely been there.
Tell me a date, I'll go with you. Because I enjoyed it. I was like, you know what, I don't mind this. Tell me a date, break out the guest pass. I'll go in there, sit in it fucking hot. This time I know I won't be fucking wearing heavy ass sweatpants and Muay Thai shorts underneath.
Yeah, as you said, I was like, I think I'd wear basketball shorts and the wife beater or something.
So I would wear the shorts. I just wouldn't have the sweats on top. And probably just a regular ass t-shirt. But yeah, it wasn't a bad time. Also in my adventures of the week, found a movie theater across the street. Across the street from work. It's $5. All the movies, $5.
Is it newer movies or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I remember Laurel used to have a discount theater, but it was like kind of like 6 months later or something like that.
So it's newer movies, but
Nice.
also they have like movie nights where like they have like some old shit. Like it's mostly like kid shit, but like you'll do like $5 for the movie, and then you get like a snack pack for the kids where it's like popcorn, a soda, and like a candy or something. So we went over to see Minions, the new Minions movie. Took Sophie to that. Because I said to Sarah, I was like, you know what? I was talking to my manager. She told me. She was like, yeah, it was like $5. I was like, word? Like, I didn't think that theater... the theater looks kind of suspect. So I didn't want to go in there because I thought they were like selling drugs in there. So I was like, I don't want to go in there. So I know it's good. All right, cool. So I check it out. And I tell Sarah, I was like, look, I think I might get tickets for us to go see Minions. I was like, all right, do it. So get the tickets. We go in there. You know, it's an old school theater. So it's like, you know, regular ass, basic ass seats and whatnot. It was fun. It was cute. And then, you know, Thor's there. Like, you know, all the new movies. I was like, I should go. I was like, I might go in next week, watch Thor. I'm gonna think about it. We gotta do some other shit on Wednesday, but we gotta go pick up this fucking bed for Sophie. So I was like, oh, like we gotta get something with springs. We can't have the wood slats. She's uncomfortable. I was like, maybe it's the mattress. You ever think that maybe the mattress is trash? Like, think outside the box.
And stereo was neat.
So, but yeah, fun times at the movie theater.
Yo, I have that movie club thing at Arundel Mills. Since we're moving soon, I might want to look into switching it because Arundel Mills is going so downhill. Like, it's filthy there. Like, it is like, it's so dirty.
So I thought about that.
Everything's sticky at all times. Like, it used to be the premier theater in Maryland.
Well, yeah.
Like,
when it was
we went there. Like, if you go to the late showing, there's no one else working there. So all the trash cans are overflowing. trash all around it.
So I think,
The food is terrible there now.
well, I can't explain that. But I was gonna say, like, the rest of it, I think a big part of it though too is like, because I know movie theaters are always hiring
Yeah,
and they just aren't
they don't
staffed.
have. It doesn't seem like they're staffed well.
But I was thinking about the movie pass thing because, like, I've looked into that a couple times and I'm like, how often am I really gonna go? But if I get the movie pass, it forces me to go to the movies. But it's like, well, the $5 theater,
Yeah, with that,
like,
there's no movie pass that makes that. So,
so they do have a movie pass over there, but it's more so for the snacks. Like, well, it's not movie pass, but it's like some sort of pass, but it's more so centered around like rewards for snacks. Every time you like get a movie ticket or something, some snacks, you get points towards snacks. Because I mean, the tickets. Sarah's like, well, it's nothing for the movie tickets. I was like, well, bitch, the tickets are $5. What more do you want? Like, the matinee is like $4.50, so save 50 cents if you go before 2 o'clock. Like, so I don't know, man. I'm digging this. I mean, I still think you might get stabbed over there. Might get fucking hepatitis if you sit in the wrong seat, but kind of worth it.
the other night we had Royal Farms and we got a chicken tender box. I was like, because the chicken tenders used to be good at Arundamos. They're terrible now. Like, ugh. They're so dry. I think they're trying to trick you, so you gotta buy one of those 5-gallon sodas.
Yeah, that's
So I was
kind
like,
of that's the
from
game.
now on, we're bringing in Royal Farms with us. I'll bring my cargo shorts.
Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to always do. Just bring your own food with you.
Oh, well, I pull out cheeseburgers in the poker game.
Yeah.
I'll
I
get
mean,
them back.
when I first started dating Sarah, like, we go to the movies, I bring a 6-pack of beer, like, in all my coat pockets, and just
I haven't been that hard, but I definitely brought Red Bulls and I think the last one we brought a turkey sub, homemade turkey subs.
it's even worse.
They were good as hell.
I mean, I'm sure, but it's like,
I think Brett looked over at me when I pulled out the sub. Was like, damn.
so I saw the Minions movie. Not much to report there. I went to sleep. It was really just for the kid. I passed out during the movie because it was just not that it was bad. I just didn't care. I don't know shit about that fucking franchise, but I did watch this movie I've been wanting to see. I've been hearing a lot of good things, called The Black Phone. Has Ethan Hawke in it. Now, I text my buddy Marilyn Phil. I was like, yo, I just watched Black Phone. It's pretty decent. He was like, I don't know, man. I heard too many bad things about it to go see it in the theater. I'll wait for it. It's like, Marilyn Phil, you like that fucking movie Saint Maud. That fucking movie is fucking dog shit. That is a fucking trash movie. But you're going to, because someone said something was bad about this movie, you're not going to, fuck off. Like, come on, dude, relax. Like, there are points I could see where, someone might, if you're hypercritical about the movie, you can, like, nitpick a lot of stuff. But it was a really fucking good movie. Like, it's set in 1978, so you already get the feeling when you're watching this movie. It feels like it's that early 80s, like late 70s vibe. Ultimately, what it's about is there's a kidnapper going around snatching kids. They call him the Grabber, and you kind of see the story from the kid's perspective, or the kids, you see the one kid, and he's talking to a friend, and then all of a sudden there's a new poster up. Oh, that kid's missing now, and then another goes missing, another goes missing, and so forth. And you never see the Grabber grab any of the kids. You see, like, the kid walking, and then you'll see the Grabber, like, maybe the black van shows up, or you'll see kind of like in the background, they might, like, pop up in the distance, but you can't really see it, but you know that it's him. But the one time that you do see the kidnapping happen, this is kind of something that bugged me with the movie. It was in broad daylight. It's always in broad daylight. But this one specifically was in broad daylight, in front of houses, in a residential area. And I was like, nobody saw this motherfucker snatch this kid at all. Nobody, what are we doing here? That's the only gripe I have about it. Sarah was kind of bummed out because she wanted to know more about the Grabber's backstory. Like, why does he do this? I was like, no, you don't. Because now you're justifying it. Like, because if it turns out, he had an abusive dad, now we're meant to feel bad for this guy. Like, no, fuck all that. Now it's kind of the whole ideal with Rob Zombie's version of Halloween. People hated it because, well, now Michael Myers has a backstory, and we don't want to feel bad for this guy. I enjoyed it, but I get what people are saying. But no, the fucking movie, I loved it. I actually watched it again this afternoon, just to kind of. I try not to watch like movies that I like too much because I start nitpicking, which that's what I started doing today, like nitpicking at little things. But it was a really fucking good movie. It's in the horror category, but I think it's kind of more of a suspense thriller because there are parts where it gets tense, like because eventually you start following the story of this one kid who's been kidnapped, and the grabber comes down, brings the kid food, and he leaves the door unlocked. It's like, the fucking door's unlocked. Fuck, let me just go. Nah. And the kid doesn't find this out, necessarily. The reason it's called the black phone, because there's a black phone in the room, and it rings, and he answers it, and he's talking to someone. Like, seemingly past victims or other victims or whatever. But you do kind of get a glimpse when the grabber leaves the door unlocked, and the camera kind of pans around, and he's just sitting at the top of the stairs, like the kitchen, because like old school basements are attached to the kitchen. He's just sitting there shirtless, like in his like khakis, with this fucking weird mask on, with a belt in his hand, waiting for you to come up those stairs. And it's there's this tension because at one point, the kid does, go up, and it's like I'm sitting here looking at stairs like, no, 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 no. What is this kid doing? No, don't do it, you little fuck. And then, dude, there was one other part that pissed me off. I don't really want to talk. I don't want to like spoil anything, but it's like a major part, and I just think about it as like, you always think about like movies when somebody's running and someone else is in the car. It's like, why don't you just stop? They're in the car. They can't stop on a dime like you. Like, you can cut back. For them to turn back, they've got to stop the car, hit a U-turn, and all this shit. But it was a really fucking good movie. I recommend it. It's on Prime right now, early access, but eventually it'll be out. I think right now to rent it, it's $20. To buy it is $25. I just bought it because it's like, I hate that. You're like, oh, you can rent it for $20 or buy it for $25. Bitch, just take this extra $5, you dummy. And then we got Jurassic World, which we're halfway through that.
That's the latest one?
Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's one of those movies, like what I said about like movie diets, where it's like, I'm gonna treat that like I'm treating these Sour Patch candies. I'll keep watching it, not because I'm gaining any benefit from it. I don't think it's like one of those movies where like, dude, it's so good. Like, I learned so much about dinosaurs. Like, no, it's entertaining because it's like dinosaurs, explosions, and like, rawr.
So I've watched the first one multiple times. It was a great movie.
The original one?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
But I just haven't had a desire to watch any other Jurassic Park.
The second one is pretty good. The third one always got a bad rap because it wasn't as good as the first two, but it was solid. But do you need to watch it? No, it's not even a necessary movie. I mean, all of them are kind of unnecessary at some point because it's like, your first one, sure. Your second one, yes. Your third one, y'all could have just left those fucking dinosaurs on the island. Ain't nobody need to mess with those other dinosaurs. That dude, the easy in the movie. When they did the new one with Chris Pratt, Jurassic World, I get where that was going because they're genetically engineering dinosaurs now. So I get it. They're trying to reopen Jurassic Park and make it now Jurassic World and make it a theme park. And it's like, we've already seen this movie. We know this goes wrong. Well, no. So actually, no, we did it because Jurassic Park never got off the ground. So Jurassic World, it's now functioning and moving. And one of the dinosaurs outsmarted them and fucking escaped. Then the next one, I think Fallen Kingdom, I was watching that yesterday. It's fine. Like, again, Sour Patch Kids. That's what it is. Sour Patch Kids. And then the newest one, Sarah's really, and we only bought it because Sarah really, really wanted to watch it. I didn't care. I was like, fine, it's your money. I just bought a new ring light. Whenever she like wants something that I'm like, I don't want that. That's fucking dumb. I buy something too. I was like, I'm buying a new action figure. So I got a new ring light for the computer. So when I'm recording upstairs, I can like have, because if I turn all the lights on while I'm recording upstairs, it's a nightmare. It's fucking hot as shit. Ring light right here, boom, illuminates. This one is for down here, perfect. But yeah, those are my movies there. Jurassic World, don't recommend.
Black Phone, recommend.
Black Phone for sure. But Jurassic World, I mean, it's like one of those things. Like if it's on or you can see it for free, yeah, enjoy it. But if you got to pay for it, nah, doggy, don't. We paid for it, and now we're paying for it. Although when we're done recording here, if she's not asleep, we'll probably finish it up. Because I think we still got like maybe 40 minutes left. It's a long fucking movie too. Like, there's a part of the movie where I thought, oh, this shit's over. Nope. And there is one part in the new Jurassic World, they're on some ice or some shit, and one of the dinosaurs, like, because you're looking at it, it's like, oh, these motherfuckers can't swim. This motherfucker dove under the water, under the ice, and the girl looks, she goes, nope. Just turned off and ran. I was like, and she was black. I was like, yep, she's got the right idea. Meanwhile, Chris Pratt got dunked under the water, the freezing water. He gets out. He was like, so hypothermia is not setting in yet? Not realistic. I don't believe this movie anymore. Fuck it, we're done. You know, meanwhile, we're ignoring the fact that the dinosaurs running all over the fucking country. Because that's kind of the premise. The dinosaurs have now started reproducing. Now they're all over the world. Not just like stuck on an island or anything. These motherfuckers are like New York City. Just chilling. Like, a little intense, right?
Every time I think of Jurassic Park, I think of Newman. Newman fucked everything up.
Would have been fine if it was for Newman, motherfucker. Fucking Newman. All right. But yeah, that's my film excursions for the week. Fuck you, watch.
Well, I forgot to mention one was just watch Goodfellas, because they had never seen Goodfellas. So, you know, period piece. Freaking excellent movie. And rest in peace to Ray Liotta. But yeah, some of it I forgot because I remember like certain scenes, and you know, it's been a little bit since I've watched it. I've watched the movie a million times, but I forgot about like some that stood out to me was just the whole when he's at the end ratting everyone out. I was like, damn, yo, those are his boys. He Tekashi 6ix9ine, everyone way back in the day.
Tekashi watched Goodfellas a little too much.
He was straight in the courtroom pointing right at him. Like, damn, he had to save himself. And then he was talking about how boring life is now afterwards. But yeah, that movie's so good of just like, because it glorifies the gangster life, but then it also shows all the downside, because all of them, I mean, so did Scarface, did a good job of that too.
I think a lot of movies do a good job at showing you the good and the bad to it, but is the good worth the bad?
Yeah, and then his whole coke binge is just wild, the paranoia, the helicopter, and the, man, the movie's so good. Just the characters. Oh, and then what's his name?
Yeah, you know,
the big actor,
De Niro.
De Niro's character when he gets paranoid and just starts, and he doesn't want to share the money, just starts killing off everyone.
That was the one where because Pesci, when he thought he was about to get made.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that still hurts so much because he thought it was time. He thought he was getting the bump up.
De Niro was pumped too because that was his boy. Because him and Ray Liotta couldn't get made because they had Irish blood in them. And
God, yo.
Well, she's an ass in that movie though too. Like,
who was that? Pesci?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he's an ass and
he shoots the freaking bartender in the foot.
Yeah, that was fucking Christopher from Sopranos. Yeah, actually, Paulie Walnuts from Sopranos. He just died too. Like, they killing all the gangsters, son. Killing them all.
Where the gangsters go when they die.
But yeah, Goodfellas is so fucking good. It sucks because Scorsese didn't get a fucking Oscar for that. I think Silence of the Lambs won that year. That sucks. And I mean, Silence of the Lambs was good, but it's like,
yeah, like, no, Goodfellas was like so classic.
so much
I
better.
mean, there's so many good characters. There's so many.
The storytelling was
Yeah,
so
the
goddamn
storytelling's
good,
good.
yo.
He's got all the issues with the wife. Well, yeah, when she pulls the gun on him, that's an intense scene.
Yo, she fucking nails that role. Everybody nailed their roles, yo. But
Ray Liotta is a beast. I always enjoyed most of his movies. He has a really intense look about him. When he like looks mad or crazy, and man, he did when he was coked out, he played that really well.
the helicopter scene always gets me when this dude's like paranoid, like freaking out, like just driving. But that actually got me too when he almost like rear-ended the fucking car because he's watching the helicopter so intensely.
Yeah, and he was so stressed out too. He was worried about cooking his meatballs and getting. He had the girl on the side that had to cut the coke for him. Like there's a lot going on.
Do I have that on movies anyway?
I think it's on Netflix right now.
Yeah, but if I own it, I want to watch my copy because I paid for it.
I own the DVD for sure.
Yeah. So do you have like the single disc or the 2-disc?
I don't remember. I think it's 2.
I have the 2-disc one, which sucks because when that first disc ends.
Oh, so you gotta split. So then, no, I had this single. Snatch for some reason I have 2 discs, but it's like some kind of bonus disc, and I never watched that.
Let me see here. Do I have Goodfellas? I felt like I had Goodfellas. I don't see it on
Well, there it is.
There it is. Oh, it's going down tonight. Sarah's gonna fuck the Goodfellas.
Classic scenes.
God.
But yeah, the other movie I watched was The Terminal with Tom Hanks. Directed by Steven Spielberg.
I was going to ask you that when you said The Terminal. That was going to be that fucking
So
Tom
old
Hanks
movie. I don't know when it was. And I've heard people talk about it, but I never knew what actually it was about. But it's a wild ass story.
Yeah. About
this dude named Victor. And he's like from Eastern European, and as he flies,
I think it's Eastern Europe. I don't think Eastern European is a place.
No, I don't know where he's from. It's some country I've never heard of. Eastern Europe.
He's Eastern European.
Well, yeah, he on his flight over to the U.S., his country is at war, and they're no longer like being accepted the entry into countries. But then he also can't be flown back because their countries, like the U.S. is not flying there because they're at war.
They're like, nah.
Yeah. So he's in this. I forget what is it called again?
She don't care.
She checked out. Oh yeah.
Nah.
What is
she looked up like?
What is his status in Terminal?
What?
What is his status? Unacceptable. Yeah.
You couldn't remember unacceptable.
Because that's what he's basically. So yeah, he's declared unacceptable. So he can't go into the U.S. and he can't go home. So basically, he lives in the terminal at the airport, and it's kind of funny because he also doesn't speak English very well. So to be explained, he sees on the news they're trying to tell him like, "Yo, your country's at war, and you can't go back and you can't go in." And I mean, it's a long story. The funny parts of it is like, I mean, eventually some workers at the airport befriends him because they see him every day. He finds a way to kind of make money by collecting carts, and he gets like quarters, and he's able to buy like Burger King and shit. Eventually, I mean, it's a heartwarming story. It'll make you a little teary-eyed at the end.
Not me.
You'll cry. Like a baby.
Not for that one. Like I've seen it.
It's a good movie.
It's fine. Yeah,
it's
a good movie.
It's one of those movies though I enjoyed. I'll probably never watch again. Like I don't want to watch it again. I got the gist of it. I didn't know that was Catherine. Is it Zeta-Jones? Like I was like, she looks so familiar, and I was like, I don't really remember what movie she's in. Like I know who she is because she's very pretty. And
that is a thing though. It's like she's been in a lot of movies. It's like, but what movies?
Yeah, like what are you in?
It's like Salma Hayek. It's like, what movies have you been in? But she's been in a lot of them. It's just like, but I don't care because you got those big ass mommy milkers, yo. Like when she had the fucking baby, dude, her fucking tits was so huge. Her tits were like fucking the size of my torso. It was like, Jesus Christ, those are fucking knockers. I would love for her to fucking kill me with her tits.
This went way off the rails. But yeah, so watch Terminal. But just real quick with Terminal though, it's based off a true story. I looked it up briefly, and it's some guy that was from I'm gonna get the story a little bit wrong, but you'll get the gist of it. From Iran, was flying to try to fly to the UK, got denied entry. There's some debate of what really happened. He claims he lost his papers, but they think maybe he never had papers to begin with, and that was like a lie. But basically, got sent back to France and lived in France, airport in France from like '88 to 2006, which is insane. And he wrote the book, and that's what this is off of. So it does sound like so he was like fed from employees at the airport.
That's cool.
But yeah, it was this. It was a similar thing of like he had this loophole of like he wasn't allowed to enter the country, but he also wasn't allowed to be sent back.
So there was a period where, because after Tom Hanks won an Oscar for Forrest Gump, and then did he win it the next year for Apollo 13? I think he was nominated. There was like, no, he might have did it for Philadelphia, but there was a period where Tom Hanks was untouchable because he had Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13, Castaway, The Terminal. It was just like anything this dude touched was gold. But we don't want to remember Joe versus the fucking volcano on a Dewey, bitches. Fucking
Big
classic, or Big, or Turner and Hooch, or Bosom Buddies. Come on, y'all. Like y'all are hating on Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
like,
it is funny. A lot of people when you say best actor don't really think Tom Hanks, but if you took his accolades and resume, I don't know if anyone's touching him.
Road to Perdition, Catch Me If You Can with Leo.
Oh, I like Catch Me If You Can.
That movie's so fucking good. That's another one where I love watching it the one time, maybe twice, but I can't watch it too much.
Yeah, I almost think like maybe like when you think of your favorite actor, that he doesn't come up as just maybe it's just. I mean, he's great, but it's not like.
He's great, but I think he's very vanilla.
Yeah, it's like his look. You don't want to pick that as your favorite actor.
Let's go through this run of like shit movies that I own, like digitally. So we got Wizard of Oz, classic. Pinocchio is for Sophie. Peter Pan for Sophie. Nah, but like Pinocchio, though, they be getting down because the kids be smoking.
Why does it say you purchased it 15 years ago? Sophie's not 15.
Some Star Wars action here. Halloween, Goonies, Prince of Darkness.
I think I gotta rewatch Goonies because I barely remember it.
So I went and watched it because I remember as a kid. I don't know that I watched it as a kid. I think there's a music video by Cyndi Lauper for the Goonies, and that's what I saw. I didn't actually watch the movie. So we're sitting there because I remember when we got it. Sophie was like real little, and we're watching. I was like, "This shit isn't for fucking kids." You know, it was like saying,
"No, that I've seen the
saying
whole
the
thing.
F word, and I don't mean fuck." It's like, oh my god, like, this is terrible.
There's a zip line in that movie, right? That's the only thing I remember. Remember thinking that was cool.
We got the terrible Nightmare on Elm Street 4. God, fucking bad movie. Goodfellas, Point Break, Hook, Malcolm X, fucking 4 fucking killers right there in a row. Home Alone 2 is alright. That's also for Sophie. Fuck you. Candyman, Jurassic Park, Surviving the Game, Above the Rim, Professional Higher Learning. That's a whole row of.
This
good
is my
movies
row right here.
That entire row is a killer row. Let's see here. But then the next row, you got 7, Jurassic Park, Lost World, Next Friday, The Cell, which is just so underrated, dude.
I never saw The Cell.
Dude, you gotta see The Cell.
All right, we're gonna watch The Cell.
The Cell is so fucking wild. You got a young Vince Vaughn in The Cell, yo. Like, because at one point Vince Vaughn was actually doing like mad serious roles. Like Vince Vaughn was here, and then Vince Vaughn was also in fucking Jurassic Park 2. There you go. 13 Ghosts, another fucking great movie.
I remember watching that a year ago.
All right, now we get to the next one. It gets a little suspect. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship. That's solid. Ice Age was decent. Winnie the Pooh for Sophie. Dawn of the Dead, great movie. Batman Begins, great. The Ringer's actually pretty fucked up.
It's a funny movie.
You can't fucking make that movie today.
Yeah, I feel like we say a lot of things on that movie.
You can't do that movie today.
Jimmy,
it's so good. My name is Jimmy, and I like apples. Let's see here. Then we got Pineapple Express when James Franco was fucking Amber Heard, and she was like underage, I bet. The Dark Knight. Incredible Hulk does not get the credit it deserves. People always say it's the worst MCU movie. People are just fucking retarded. I said it. Iron Man, Knocked Up. Sunshine is pretty good. It's not very well known, but it's pretty good. It's like basically astronauts are like out in space and whatnot doing bullshit in space, whatever people do in space, and their shit can't get back to Earth, so they're all fucked. I don't know. I don't remember. This role's pretty decent. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Watchmen, Book of Eli, underrated.
Yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is one of the best. Like the, what do you call it? The
Rom-com.
rom-com, yeah. That's a good one.
Iron Man 2, that's fine. Easy A is one of those movies. It's fucking funny, but I can't watch it too many times because then it's like, it's not that it loses its funny. It's just like you start to overanalyze the shit. But it's a good one. Then Insidious, classic. Should have only been one movie. Instead, they got 4 of them now. And then here we go with the comic book row. Thor, Green Lantern, Captain America, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, another James Franco, fucking someone underage, I bet. Chronicle was really fucking good. Like, it was like a found footage superhero movie. And then the Avengers. Then
Ted.
Gets a little questionable. We got Ted and Dark Knight Rises. Argo was fucking good as shit. Haunted House is good for, like, if you ain't got nothing else to do. Wolverine, I guess. Conjuring was good. Man of Steel. This Is the End is fucking great. Iron Man 3, we won't talk about that again. Prisoners is really good. People, I don't know if people really like caught on to that one. Jake Gyllenhaal, Wolverine, and who the fuck else was in that? There's someone else. Terrence Howard and the dude who played Riddler. Really good film. I thought the second Thor was the fucking best
what
one.
movie I just saw with the dude who's the Riddler when he was a kid?
Little Miss Sunshine.
No,
I know he's in that.
I was like,
he was
that's
in
the Riddler.
The Girl Next Door.
What did we see who he was in?
I don't know. She's like making like every time she looks up, like her expression's all like wild out.
She remembers though, right? We saw him and it was him. He was a kid though.
Yo, that Lego movie is hitting, yo. Yo, you can't tell me no different. That's the best Captain America movie right there, Winter Soldier. And Neighbors is pretty fucking funny. I don't know, everybody cried when they watched Big Hero 6. Like, I didn't cry, I laughed. Gone Girl, yo. You gotta watch Gone Girl, dude. This shit is too good. The rest of the shit is whatever. Let's see. These shits are whatever. like now I'm just making bad choices. Now I'm just buying shit because I got money. Like, I'm just buying movies. Well, some of these movies came with the fucking movies anyway. Like, I would never have bought that Ghostbusters. The one with all the women, because it's women. That's what they said. You guys didn't like it because it's women. Well, yeah, because women aren't funny.
Doctor Strange.
Someone
called Doctor Strange Doctor Stranger the other day.
So Doctor Strange, the guy who directed Doctor Strange, directed The Black Phone. And then the funny thing is, when they did Doctor Strange 2, they're like, we wanted to get Sam Raimi, a horror director. But Scott Derrickson, who did Doctor Strange and also The Black Phone, the bulk of his movies are all horror movies. And all good ones. So, fuckers. Let's see here. Rogue One was really good. Moana. Like, I would say as for Sophie, but that movie was fucking good as shit, son. Don't hate. Trolls was pretty fucking good. Sing was good. Have you seen Split?
Yes.
Fucking great.
Yeah, I like Split.
I have this movie, A Cure for Wellness, and I have yet to watch it. Again, just buying movies for the fuck of it now. Have you seen American Made? Fucking Tom Cruise movie. He's playing
No.
Barry Sills. You got to see that. That's some good shit right there. He's basically he's a drug runner for the government. This is based on a true story.
The Girl Next Door.
I just fucking said that. Yeah.
The one that we watched.
Yeah, with that one guy and that one really hot blonde chick.
The girl, I don't even, that's not even ringing a bell. What the hell's The Girl Next Door?
Because that was the first time we watched it.
I know, what is
You know,
that?
this lady from,
Where the girl is like is she a porn star?
Porn star, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the little, okay. Yeah.
You was going to say the little girl. That's nasty. Ew.
Oh, now I remember. Okay, yeah, that was one of those cheesy,
Yeah.
made-for-TV type movies.
It was in a theater. Don't
But
disrespect. Don't disrespect.
It should not have been in the theater.
It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
But basically, as you can see, there's a lot of movies that I was just buying for the fuck of it. Yeah. Now that I look at my movie collection, it's pretty fucking piss poor. Oh, here we go again. Look, we got Black Klansman. That was good. Bad Times at the El Royale. That was good. The new Halloween, not the 2018 Halloween was good. Bohemian Rhapsody was really good. Ralph Wrecks the Internet. Underrated, son. This shit is so good. Brightburn was really fucking good. All these other bullshits. Glass was solid. Aquaman was too long. Parasite.
Jumanji.
That's a fucking win. The other Jumanji will win. Like the Joker movie was good if it wasn't Joker. If they just said fucking crazy guy, if they called it like Crazy Man, it's a fucking great movie.
So, no, but there's gonna be Are they gonna do a Batman with that Joker?
No, but they're doing another Joker.
Right.
It's in production right now.
I still never watched Mulan.
I like it a lot. I enjoyed it more than most people would think I enjoyed it. But Mulan's my favorite Disney fucking princess, I guess, if you can call her that.
She's pretty badass looking up. I remember seeing the previews. That's what made me want to see it. I was like, damn, this looks pretty good.
Tenet was interesting. It's Denzel Washington's son. That's what I could really give you because I don't even know what the fuck I watched. It was weird. Escape Room, fun. Black Widow, and Black Phone. So that's some movies right now. Sing 2 made me cry a little bit. Don't fucking hate. So yeah, that's it. So we just went on a trip down Dante's movie collection. You guys are welcome. If you all want to see any of them, let me know. We can watch together. There's a watch together option.
We'll watch it in the sauna.
No, let's fucking relax, dude. No, like there's like right there. Watch together. Basically, I click watch together.
Oh,
and I send you the code, and then basically you watch it. Like
you know the Oculus, you can sit together in a theater. But when you look over at the other person, it'll be their avatar. I'm pretty sure you could look over and that was funny with the Oculus one time. So I went into one of these movie theater rooms, right? And you sit in a seat. You might sit next to someone, right? So all of a sudden, someone pops up next to me, and we're going like this to each other. Like looking up and down, like, what is this? Because I didn't expect to be sitting next to a real person. I mean, it's not a real person, but there's an actual person. And I'm like, I wonder if they can hear me. And they're like, I can hear you. I'm like, I immediately click out, like, I don't like this.
So that's one thing with fucking Jurassic World that always fucks with me. That fucking giant dinosaur that came out of water to eat another big ass dinosaur. I was like, wait a minute, that one dinosaur is big as fuck, and that one that just ate him is even bigger. It always fucks with me.
Yeah, I saw some videos the other day of, like, I guess some camera made it all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. The shit that's at the bottom of the ocean is scary as hell.
No, I don't even want to fuck with none of that.
Yeah, that is some alien, creepy. I don't know if there's much scarier than the animals, whatever you call them, that live down there.
No,
they got some crazy ass, and
it's
pitch black.
We don't know what's down there though.
They got that one fish that's got the fake little tackle on his head, and then its mouth's full of freaking jaws ass claws.
Trying to look here at any notes. I think we covered everything here.
Oh, we tore it up.
Yeah, so
you like it.
So, well, I mean, I told us like we don't got much to talk about, but here we are, 2 hours in. So
yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here. I still got to edit the other podcasts before 4 a.m. So let's get the fuck out of here. So as always, thank you, motherfuckers, for listening. We appreciate the fuck out of y'all. Y'all got any questions, concerns? Reach out. You can find Steve at Thor.Bentley on Instagram. You can find me at bjj.wiki on Instagram, and collectively, you can find us at the Colompton Beer Club on Instagram.
Join the club.
Drink some beers.
Let's do it.
Fucking right.
Have some soup.
Otherwise, we good. We done here. Shoot us some ideas. Shoot us some topics. Shoot us some things.
Yeah, we don't have any sports right now. We just watched volleyball with your head.
Yeah. I almost put the Major League Baseball draft on.
Which, it's probably good you didn't. We wouldn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
We should have got real excited. Like, oh, Barry Parker.
Oh, dude, trust me. I've sat down and watched like the Spanish Telemundo soap operas, and I've gotten into that shit just to fuck with people. Like, oh my god, he is fucking her too. She's pregnant with his baby. It was like, Really? You understand them? Bitch, no. Like I fucking almost fucking didn't graduate because I fucking failed Spanish. Fuck you. So that's it. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, we good. Eat the rest of those nuts, man. And send us out.
Good soup.
Bye, bitch.